'Tis the season to score the best gifts at Dick's. Find cleats for every athlete from top brands, plus gifts golfers really want from Callaway, TaylorMade, and more. And for the #1 fan, jerseys and trading cards. Shop in-store and on Dicks.com. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
I've always thought of myself as an independent person. And I think it goes back to my childhood, growing up an only child with parents that worked. I spent a lot of my childhood alone by myself at home, keeping myself busy. And that experience undeniably created a sense of independence in me that I've carried with me for the rest of my life. I haven't really questioned it much, right? It became a part of my identity in such a big way at such a young age. I've carried this sense of independence with unwavering confidence ever since I was a child. But recently, something happened that shook me to my core, okay? I had an epiphany. I had an epiphany about my independence that scared the fucking shit out of me, okay? I recently did a road trip to visit my dad. It was a 7-hour road trip, and you want to know what I did for the entire car ride? I talked to my parents on the phone. The entire time, okay? They took shifts. And you want to know why I forced them to talk to me for 3.5 hours each? Because I couldn't handle the silence. It just, I wasn't in a place to handle it. I had too much on my mind. Everything was swirling around and I couldn't handle it. And so instead of listening to music and reflecting, instead of listening to nothing and reflecting, instead of listening to a podcast and saying fuck it, let me just dig into I couldn't handle it. And I called my parents and I did not have one moment alone the entire car ride. I arrived to my dad's house and had this uncomfortable epiphany that maybe I'm not as independent as I thought I was. Because from there, I reflected on weeks that I've spent alone at my house. Because I spend a lot of time alone at my house. And I thought about how I use my time. I realized that I'm not alone as much as I think I am. I talk to a lot of people on the phone, and I started having sort of an existential crisis. No, maybe it wasn't an existential crisis, but I did start to analyze my sense of independence for the first time possibly in my life. And I've been thinking a lot about it ever since, the whole concept of independence and whether my level of independence is healthy or not, and kind of pick it apart. And I thought I would invite you all into this conversation. Why do it alone when I could do it with you? So today we're going to analyze my independence and hopefully figure out where I need to grow. I really should just get a therapist. I really should just do that. But instead, I'm going to just try to figure it all out. And we're going to do it together. And it's going to be fun. And maybe we'll all learn something through it. But hopefully, at least I do. I briefly interrupt this episode to let you know that this episode is presented by Venmo. Okay, hear me out. Apparently, you can earn cash back with your Venmo debit card. All you have to do is join Venmo Stash and boom, you get cash back when you shop at your favorite brands. It's kind of an awesome flex. With Venmo Stash, you can get up to 5% cash back at your fave brands. Just pick a bundle of your go-tos to shop with your Venmo debit card and earn cash back at them. And you're free to mix things up. You can easily swap out your bundle of brands every 30 days. Start earning when you do more with Stash. Venmo Stash, terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. Now back to the episode. Here's the other thing I kind of realized during this epiphany. Independence is much more complicated than just how much time you spend alone or how comfortable you are being alone. Nowadays, if you're alone in your house, you can have YouTube on. You can have somebody on the phone with you. You don't ever really have to feel alone. I've looked at, filling silence with music, podcasts, YouTube videos, social media content as a way of avoiding self-reflection, a way of numbing, but I haven't ever looked at its relationship to independence. Because are you really alone if you're at home and you're watching a YouTube video? Doesn't feel like you're alone. Are you really alone if you're scrolling on social media in your bed? And I know a lot of this seems obvious, but there are so many things that we just don't address with full attention until an epiphany comes, like the one that I had. So a lot of this is obvious, but I don't think it's about discovering new concepts. I don't think I'm discovering anything new, but rather I'm just bringing it to the forefront of my mind and dissecting it. Anyway, without further ado, let's analyze my independence. Okay, let's start with evidence that I actually am independent. Starting with the fact that I am technically alone majority of the week, and I prefer working by myself. My work week is for the most part alone, and I prefer it that way. And for the last few years, I've spent almost every weekday by myself in my house working. I get into flow state by myself. I've never been one to enjoy group projects. I'm a control freak. I like to do everything myself. Yeah, I'm comfortable with spending the work week by myself, getting it done. Evidence number 2, I don't mind having a day to myself. If the weekend rolls around and everyone's busy, I don't mind taking myself shopping, taking myself out to get food, taking myself out to get my nails done, taking myself out to get a massage, taking myself out for a walk. I will say though, I do enjoy doing those things with other people, maybe even a little bit more than alone, but I do enjoy doing those types of things alone, and I find it to be restful and rejuvenating. And I've been doing that since I was, 16 and I could drive. So that's pretty independent. Next piece of evidence. There are actually times that I prefer to be alone. I am not so extroverted that being alone drains me and makes me sad. Like, I need my alone time, which is shocking to some people because I think a lot of people assume me to be an extrovert because I am pretty outgoing, maybe less so as an adult. I am somewhat introverted. Being alone helps me recharge. There are times when I really need it. Mainly because there are certain things I need to do in my life that keep me in a good place. I think that I put out so much energy when I'm around people that when I'm alone, I really just need to be fucking quiet. I need to recharge because when I'm around people, I'm very animated, I'm very involved, you know what I mean? So I need that recharge time. For me, it seems to be one extreme or the other. I'm either being social and I'm putting it all out there, or I'm at home and I'm recharging and I'm quiet. Next piece of evidence, I often feel comfortable with silence in self-reflection when alone, as long as I'm in a state of calm, okay? Let me be clear. Because I know I mentioned earlier, on my road trip, I could not handle being alone. And again, that was just I was going through it a little bit. There was a lot going through my head. I give myself grace there. I don't think that was a sign that I have an unhealthy codependence on my parents, for example, which honestly might be true, but that's not necessarily a sign of that. When anyone's going through a hard time, it's normal and natural, and I think probably healthy to reach out to others for help. But that was more the experience that sort of triggered the thoughts that followed, right? But when I'm in a good place, when my life is calm, when I feel good about things, I don't mind sitting around in silence. No worries. Even when I have a few tiny little challenges going on, I can handle being alone and reflecting on those things. But yeah, there gets a point where I can't do it alone anymore. I can't handle it alone anymore. I'm just left to spiral by myself, and I need to call someone to help me. I think we all have our limit, but I actually really enjoy being alone and reflecting. I've spent entire long car rides, quiet thinking, but I just have to be in the right state of mind. And so that's the thing that's sort of questionable to me, because I'm well, should we be able to handle all psychological challenges completely by ourselves? Is it a crutch for me to go and call my parents when I hit my limit? Am I preventing growth by calling them instead of sitting with it and figuring it out? Perhaps, but we'll get back to that later. Moving on to another piece of evidence that I am, in fact, a super independent person. I don't rely on others for help on technical, meaning non-emotional problems very often. I can problem solve on my own, for the most part. There's 2 types of people I've experienced in my life. There's certain people who say their phone breaks, it shuts off. They plug it in, it doesn't turn back on, they're what the fuck? And immediately they're calling someone. They're calling their significant other, they're calling their friend who's really tech savvy, they're calling somebody immediately being what do I do? And then there's some people who are like, wait, let me Google it by myself. Let me pull out my computer and Google it. Do you know what I'm saying? There's two types of people. I mean, that's really a broad statement, but I've noticed that in my life that there's two types of people. For the most part, I would consider myself to be somebody who's Googling it. I will only involve other people when it really feels necessary, but I feel like I'm pretty good about problem solving on my own. Again, because when I was a kid, I had to problem solve on my own. My parents weren't home. They were busy. They were working. I couldn't just call them and have them fix a problem for me. If like something broke, something wasn't working, whatever, like I had to just figure it out on my own. And I think that's a great skill to have. Not that I'm tooting my own horn, but that feels independent to me. That's an independent trait. I will say though, sometimes when someone's around that's maybe even more capable of problem solving than me, I will then lean on them. I have no problem solving issues on my own, but like if I'm dating somebody and they're particularly good at problem solving, I'll be like, wait, help, because they're there. And a lot of times those types of people actually like problem solving, like they want to help. So that is the only exception. But if I'm by myself, I can handle it, usually. Okay. Moving on, I wouldn't consider myself to be a clingy person. I think maybe inside I have a bit of a desire to be clingy in some ways, because I am somebody who gets really anxious about how others feel about me. I can at times have an anxious attachment style, and so that can sort of cause like an internal desire to be clingy occasionally, where like I want to check in all the time or whatever. But usually I actually don't even feel a desire to be clingy. It's only when I'm dealing with somebody avoidant. That's when it happens. But if I'm in a healthy situation with somebody, I'm not a clingy person. And even if I'm with an avoidant person, I will use my discipline and I will not succumb to my clingy desires, you know? If I trust somebody 100%, I'm not clingy. In fact, I might even be kind of too relaxed sometimes, where like I just, won't think to reach out as often as maybe I should because I trust them and I know we're good, and so I'll just kind of forget to reach out, which actually might be a sign of being too independent. But in general, I wouldn't consider myself to be a clingy person. No one in my life has ever called me a clingy person. No one I've ever dated, no one I've ever been friends with. I've asked, actually. I've been like, do you feel like I'm kind of clingy? Never once. They could have been being nice to me, but, and uncomfortable with being honest. But I don't think so. I do sometimes, need reassurance or need to communicate, but that's not clingy. Clingy is like needing to be in contact like 24/7. I don't think I'm like that because I don't want to be in contact 24/7. As I said earlier, I need my alone time. So, next piece of evidence, I don't change my personality to please others. I definitely can be a chameleon, but that's my own natural inclination. That's me being myself. Like, I like letting out different sides of my personality depending on who I'm around. If I'm around somebody who's funny, I'm going to be funnier. If I'm around somebody who's more philosophical, maybe I'll be a bit more thoughtful. It's like just you let different parts of yourself out. That's the type of person I am. But that, to some people, feels maybe a bit ingenuine and confusing. But to me, it's just that's who I am. And it's not me changing to please. It's just I have this innate desire. Not even desire. I have this innate quality that is depending on who I'm around, a different side of me comes out naturally. And I don't even think about it. And it's not a performance. It's very much me. And it's all different parts of me being shown. It's not like any of it is acted. When I was younger, I definitely used to change my personality to please others for sure. But like everyone does that when they're a middle schooler, high schooler. I had no sense of self back then. I don't even think I had a brain, So what I did then doesn't count. But now as an adult, I don't think I changed my personality. Next piece of evidence. My opinions are not usually persuaded by others unless they make a point that disproves mine. Like I'm the first person to be like, oh wait, I was wrong. Okay, you're right. I love that. I love being proved wrong. If I really genuinely think I was proved wrong, that doesn't threaten my intelligence or my sense of self or my ego. I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. I enjoy it and I appreciate it. But my opinions are my own. And if I feel a certain way, I'm not going to just change, I'm not going to change my opinion to be agreeable. When I was younger, I used to do that for sure. Somebody would be like, oh my God, I love this song. I'd be like, same. And I will still sometimes occasionally do that on accident, but it's not even because I'm trying to like it's almost like I'll do it on accident. I'll accidentally agree with someone when I don't. Like they'll be like, oh, I love that movie. I'll be like, oh my God, same. It's usually when I'm not fully paying attention. So it's not actually like me trying to be agreeable, trying to, please the person that I'm talking to by agreeing with them. Next, my motivation is personal. I want to get stuff done for me and only me. I'm not, no one's telling me what to do. I don't like being told what to do. I'm not trying to accomplish anything to impress anyone. It's all very personal for me. I mean, I think there is sort of this underlying drive that we all have because of societal pressures, but I don't need other people to motivate me. I don't need someone to plan going to a workout class with me for me to show up to a workout class. I don't need somebody to be on my ass telling me to get my work done for me to get my work done. I motivate myself to do all of that for me, which feels like an independent trait. Okay, enough of that. Now we need to discuss the ways that I'm not independent, okay? Enough of me being nice to myself. Now let's read me for filth, okay? Here is the evidence that I am not independent. Starting with piece of evidence number 1, okay? I know I mentioned earlier that I spend my weeks alone. And I know I also mentioned that when I'm in a good place, comfortable with silence, self-reflection, truly being alone with my thoughts. But I will say that at the end of the workday, it's like 7 or 8 o'clock, I want to turn my brain off. I want to talk to somebody on the phone. I want to watch YouTube. I don't want to be in my brain anymore. I think that's pretty normal, I guess. But like the idea for me of cooking and eating my dinner in complete silence, a lot of the times is not super appealing to me. Like I love turning on a YouTube video and eating my dinner. And there are times in my life where I feel like I'm not experiencing enough silence. And so I take away that privilege as though I'm my own mom. But as long as I'm getting my work done and I'm feeling productive and creative, I will allow myself to kind of rot my brain a little bit at the end of the day. But that doesn't feel like being truly alone. Like I can't help but question, if I was really healthy and independent, would I not need to put on the YouTube video at the end of the day? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying I know. Would I not need to call someone at the end of the day and chat if I was truly a healthy level of independent? Would I not experience the drive to do those things as much? Rather, it would be more of a subtle desire, like, oh, there's a new YouTube video posted about this topic that I find really interesting. Or, oh, it's been, 2 days since I talked to my mom. I would love to catch up with her and chat. For me, it's like, a lot of times I need to be done. I need to shut my brain off. My brain's been on overdrive all day. I just want to shut it off. And so I'm reaching for these things at the end of the day from a little place of desperation and urgency. And that to me doesn't feel independent. It feels like I'm running away from something that I don't want to face myself. And I experience that feeling a lot at the end of the day. But it also could be like, okay, I've just been home all day by myself working alone. It'd be nice to hear someone else talk or something else talk if it's like a YouTube video. Like how often am I truly 100% alone with my thoughts? It's like impossible to know. And every day is so different. Like a lot of the times when I start to feel uncomfortable and feel like, ooh, I'm feeling a little bit too alone right now, I will call someone. I will watch a YouTube video, And the only time that I actively make the decision not to do that is when I've taken it too far and I'm watching too much YouTube to the point where my creative brain doesn't work anymore. That happens when I consume too much online content. And so until that happens, I don't stop myself from watching a YouTube video at the end of the day. Or fuck it, scroll on YouTube Shorts for a minute while I'm on the toilet if I'm feeling really naughty. And then sometimes I'll have weeks on end where I'm feeling really naughty. Even on the toilet, I don't want to be alone for that second. I just want to watch something. But see, that's the thing. If it isn't getting in the way of my productivity, I don't really touch it. I just let myself do it. But perhaps if I didn't let myself do that, and I force myself in those moments to actually, I think those are probably the moments I need to self-reflect the most. in the moments when I kind of want to run away from something and I'm reaching for things that can make me feel less alone, maybe those are the moments I need to be alone the most. And I need to just be with my thoughts. But maybe I'm also overthinking all of this, you know? And I'm driving myself nuts for what? It's like, who cares? I don't know. These are all questions I'm asking. Okay, moving on. Piece of evidence number 2 that I'm not independent. When I'm really in a bad place psychologically, I don't think I've ever calmed myself down alone. When I'm struggling psychologically, I am undeniably talking to somebody, whether it's a parent or a friend or a therapist or an energy reader or a psychic, like fucking anyone. It doesn't matter. Like if I am struggling psychologically, there is a 0% chance that I'm just crying in bed about it by myself. Nope. I am always, without fail, talking to someone about it. Now, I think talking about things is so important. It's so important. However, it does worry me a little bit that I never deal with that alone. You know, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. I think it probably would be a useful skill for me to maybe get through the worst of it by myself, to teach myself how to self-soothe, and then call once I've calmed down a little bit for support. Like, I think that probably sounds healthier because I think I have an inability to regulate my own emotions. Like, when things get really bad, I need help regulating my emotions because I can't do it. That rings true to me, to be honest. If I'm just by myself, I will fucking spiral out of control. I need people to talk me down. And that doesn't feel great. I think it probably would be a useful exercise for me to perhaps in a moment of psychological pain when I want to call somebody and have them talk me down, instead figure out how can I calm myself down? Can I even do it? Challenge. Can I calm myself down challenge? It's like the cinnamon challenge, except it's not. It's like the ice bucket challenge, but it's not. It's the can I calm myself down challenge. That might be something I should try now that I'm thinking about it. Like my recent road trip where I talked to my parents the whole time, that I probably should have actually spent some of that alone, working through my own shit, you know? But instead, I just called them. I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying I know the answers here. I'm just analyzing myself for my own benefit and all of our entertainment. Is this entertaining though? Up for debate. Okay, moving on. Another piece of evidence that I'm not independent. When I'm going through a challenge in my life, like not like a challenge, like a little challenge, but like a challenge. Like I'm making a decision about a relationship, right? Like a friendship or a relationship. Is this a friendship or a relationship that I should continue to be a part of? When I'm making a work decision, you know, the list goes on. When I have a looming challenge that I'm trying to work through and figure out the solution for, I have a tendency to overshare about this. I don't take it upon myself to find the answer. I discuss it with as many people as I possibly can. Getting my hair done? Fuck it. Let's get into this. Let's see what my hairstylist thinks. Getting my nails done? Fuck it. What does my nail artist think? Dinner with friends? I'll bring it up. Twist my arm, you know? Talking to my parents on the phone again? Oops, let me just bring up this challenge that we've already discussed 50 times again, to analyze it again. And I like to get people's opinions and advice because it helps inform my own opinion. It doesn't change my opinion though. Hearing other people's stories, hearing other people's experiences, I want to gather data. I want to gather personal advice. And I'm going to ultimately make my own decision, right? No one's telling me what to do. And no one will tell me what to do because, to be honest, that's the type of person I am. But I like gathering data. That's kind of what I call it, to help me make a decision. Talking through it also helps me process it and realize things about it that I maybe wouldn't if it was just in the confines of my mind and swirling around in there. Speaking it out loud over and over and over again with various different people not only exposes me to new perspectives, but also helps inform my decision. This doesn't feel like an independent thing to me. Yeah, I don't know that it feels codependent, but that doesn't scream like healthy independence to me. Like healthy independence would maybe be like talking about the challenge and just sort of talking about it for the sake of talking about it, not necessarily talking about it looking for anything, you know? I briefly interrupt this episode to let you know that this episode is brought to you by Hotels.com. Make your next trip work for you. Hotels.com just rolled out a game-changing feature called Save Your Way, and it's as simple as it sounds. When you book a trip as a Hotels.com member, you decide how to use your savings. Choose to take the instant savings now or bank the savings as rewards for later. It's your call. Envision converting discounts on this week's stay into rewards for a luxurious beach getaway next year. No complicated math, no blackout dates, just you choosing how to make your travels work harder for you. Only at Hotels.com. Save Your Way is available to loyalty members in the US and UK on hotels with member prices. Other terms apply. See site for details. Now back to the episode. Okay, next. On the weekends, a lot of times, I don't want to be by myself. Like, I want to hang out with friends. I want to go out, get dinner. I don't love being alone on the weekends. Will I do it? Sure. But I'm alone all week. It's totally fine. But I hit my limit of being alone, and it's usually on the weekends. And so on the weekends, I do really want to be with people. I want to be around people. And I guess the question is, if I was truly an independent person and I had a healthy level of independence, would I feel that way on the weekends? Would I be kind of bummed when I don't have any plans and it's like the second weekend in a row of me kind of doing shit on my own? Again, this feels normal, and it does kind of feel like I'm psychoanalyzing myself in a way that's honestly unhealthy. But these are just all the things that I'm questioning. It does feel normal to hit your limit of being alone, and it becomes a bummer at a certain point, you know? But then that sort of makes me question how much I really enjoy being alone, if it bums me out ever that I have to be alone. Do you know what I'm saying? Next, I do get anxiety about people being mad at me. Like, I'm not so independent that I don't care what anyone thinks about me. Like, I definitely care what people think about me, especially if they are mad at me. Like, that's my main concern. If people just don't like me because they don't like me, whatever. As long as I can't think of a valid reason for them to not like me, we're all good. But I get a lot of anxiety a lot of the time about people being mad at me. Like, if I text my friend and they don't respond, I sometimes will spiral and be like, oh my God, they're mad at me. If I was truly independent, would I be like, well, worst case scenario, they're mad at me. I can't think of anything I did wrong, so fuck it. I don't care. If they're mad at me, I didn't do anything, so who cares? Like, that feels like peak independence to me in a way that actually seems kind of healthy. Whereas, like, being anxious because a friend didn't respond, like, that feels a little bit codependent. And people usually don't know that I feel this way, right? Like, if I text somebody and they don't respond, and for whatever reason it like triggers anxiety in my brain and I start to spiral that they're mad at me, I'm not like double texting, you know? Like, hey, we good? I just am tortured on a personal level until I get a response. That to me doesn't feel independent. That feels like a bit of codependence. It feels like I care a little bit too much about what others think about me, and I am afraid of, you know, my loved ones being angry at me and not telling me. Like, that makes me very anxious. Even if I can't think of something that I did, I'll still convince myself, like, well, but maybe somebody lied, or like maybe there's a rumor, or maybe I did something on accident and I didn't even think about it, you know? This usually tends to happen with people I'm closer with. Okay, next. In general, I do prefer to be in a romantic relationship over being single. In general. I'm single right now. I'm enjoying it, I think. No, I mean, it has its moments. Sometimes it's like a total vibe. And sometimes I'm like, this isn't my favorite. You know, like, I don't love this. And I think true independence would be being equally as satisfied in a relationship and not, right? Maybe. And I definitely don't feel that way. Like, I can enjoy being single while still enjoying being in a relationship more. But maybe that's just healthy. Like, for me, being in a relationship, a long-term relationship, is one of my goals in life. So I guess it makes sense that I would prefer that state over being single, because that aligns with my goals. And also because it's nice. But that's not to say I don't enjoy being single. You know, there's a lot of value in it as well. But I would be lying if I said that I enjoyed being single and being in a relationship equally. But perhaps that's something that is possible. And perhaps that's a place I need to get to in order to be in a really, truly amazing, awesome, balanced relationship. Perhaps you can't be in a relationship and be truly a confident individual in it unless you enjoy being single just as much as you enjoy being in a relationship. I don't know if that's true. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's totally, maybe you just need to be cool with being single and enjoy it for what it is. But you don't need to like it as much as you like being in a relationship. You just need to be comfortable with it and enjoy it for what it is. Maybe that's all it is. And be not in a rush to get out of that state. Maybe it's more about that. And last but not least, my last piece of evidence that I'm not independent is that there are times where my confidence is not rooted in my opinions of myself, but rather others' opinions of me. Now, this is not all the time. This is not even necessarily like half of the time. But I do slip into that sometimes where maybe I'm dating somebody and their opinion of me impacts my confidence, or if I'm in a vulnerable place and maybe I've been online too much, reading too many of my comments, and the opinion of the internet impacts my confidence. Like, I really do work hard to prevent this from happening, but it does happen. And in those moments, I am not independent. I'm depending on others to form my view of myself. And let me tell you, it's not good. It's not good when I fall into those patterns. I have to get out of it quick because it's dark, 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 dark. It is dark. To be honest, after analyzing myself to this level, I feel nothing. I no thoughts, brain empty. I feel like I learned nothing. I don't know. I will say, no, I shouldn't say brain fully empty. There's a few things I want to try in my personal life to see what happens. There are a few experiments I want to try. Number one, when in a place of like extreme psychological discomfort, I want to try to handle it on my own. I want to not, for once, call my parents, call someone. I want to see what happens when I'm forced to emotionally regulate by myself. That was a really valuable learning from today's analysis of Emma, okay? That's something I want to try because I think that's a skill I personally want to have. I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to like my daily avoidance of being completely alone, either watching YouTube or calling someone, perhaps after my workday. I'm on the fence about whether that's an issue or if that's just normal. See, to me though, the thing that makes it feel like it might be somewhat of an issue is the urgency I feel to fill the silence at the end of the day. You know, what were to happen if I were to not fill that silence? What am I running from, you know? It might just be that my brain is exhausted and I want to just do something mindless because I've been using my brain all day. It might also be that, I don't know, like I don't know what it is. So maybe it could be an interesting experiment to, at the end of the workday, instead of immediately turning on a YouTube video, immediately calling somebody, immediately like putting everything away, maybe I have like a half hour of silence and see what happens. Maybe I eat dinner in silence and just see what am I running from. That could be an interesting experiment, but I do have a feeling that it might just be that my brain is tired and I just want a little bit of relief. Another thing I want to work on is I want to get to a point in my life where I am so confident in myself. I don't even know if this is possible, but we can dream big, can't we? I want to get to a point in my life where I'm so confident in myself and I'm so independent in this way where it's like I don't need literally anyone. I enjoy everyone, but I don't need anyone. I want to feel that way to the point where I don't care if somebody's mad at me, even if it's like my best friend. You know, if I didn't do anything wrong and I can't think of anything wrong that I did, I'll just wait and see if they confront me, and at that point then we handle that issue. I want to be so confident in myself as a person that I don't overthink relationships in my life and get anxiety about them irrationally. I also would like to enjoy being single more. It would be interesting to see if I can get to a point, if I'm able to be single for as long as I probably should be, it would be interesting to see if I can get to a point where I like being single as much as I like being in a relationship, just in a different way. Because I've never felt that way before, so it could be interesting to see. But I think the only way to figure that out is I need to not get into another relationship for a little while, which is so hard for me. I love having a boyfriend. But yeah, what else? What else did we learn today? I think that's it. The last thing I want to do today with you all is take a random online quiz. I found this one from proprofs.com, and the quiz is called, Are you an independent or dependent person? Let's take the quiz and see what the quiz says. I don't know. it is not like a professional quiz. This is a free random quiz that I found online that is not reputable, but I'm going to take its results very seriously. Okay, are you an independent or dependent person? Question number 1. Do you give in to peer pressure a lot? I would say no. I used to when I was younger, but now as an adult, almost never. I would say, but like sometimes. Like there's like occasionally, maybe. I don't want to say never. I'm going to say a little bit. Okay, next question. Can you travel alone for a trip? Yes, I can. There was a period of time where I was so afraid of flying that I didn't want to fly alone, but I got over that fear. Well, I didn't get over the fear, but I've been working on that fear and traveling alone. And I actually do enjoy traveling alone. It's just being on the plane alone because I have such a fear of flying on airplanes. That's hard, but like being in New York by myself, being in God knows where by myself, that's totally fine. And I can even go on the plane by myself. It's just kind of hard. Next question. Do you act like yourself when you're around people you don't know? Honestly, yes. I would say yes. Next, how do you spend your weekend? Sleep and eat, go on trips with my partner, partying all day and night. I like being alone. None of these apply. I mean, usually if I have a boyfriend at the time, I'll go on trips with my partner, do little day trips and things like that. But right now, I'm alone more because I'm going to say go on trips with my partner because that feels the most accurate, even though I don't have a partner right now. Whatever. Next, you're very hungry and the food in the kitchen is finished. What do you do in that case? Go in the kitchen and make something for myself, order something, ask someone to cook for me. I will do nothing. Wait, I don't even understand the question. You're very hungry and the food in the kitchen is finished. Like, does that mean there's like no food left in the kitchen? But then one of the options is I will go in the kitchen and make something for me. This makes no sense. If I'm really hungry, I will make myself something. Okay, that's just weird. Next, if you and your friends are playing Truth or Dare and they dare you to drink beer, would you? No, I don't drink. Okay. Is this quiz for like 7th graders who don't ever drink beer? Because normally like a dare to drink beer, it's like, dude, I already have a beer in my hand. These online quizzes are never good. I don't know why I click on them, but here I am. Okay, next. How often do you talk to your best friend? We talk every day, rarely. We can go for a long time without talking. I can't live without talking to my best friend. This quiz is terrible. I'm going to say we talk every day. You are in class and you hear people making fun of your friend. Okay, see, now this quiz is starting to make sense. It's for 7th graders. I totally get it now. I don't know why I clicked on it. You're in class and you hear people making fun of your friend. What do you do? Nowadays, I would stick up for my friend or do nothing, depending on if it's worth the battle. But I'm going to say stick up for my friend. Have you ever picked on somebody just to go along with the crowd? When I was in middle school, for sure, probably. As an adult, no. I will pick on somebody because they deserve it. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't do that. I'm going to say no. Have you done something that you knew was bad but did it because people were urging you to? Honestly, not in a long time, so I'm going to say no. Okay, let's see my results. I am an unstoppable spirit. I embrace my independence and trust my instincts, unmoved by others' opinions. You confidently make decisions and thrive on doing things your way. Share your unique strength with pride. Okay, I didn't like that quiz, to be honest. Let's take one more. This one is How Independent Are You by brainfall.com. Start quiz. Question number 1. Your partner is gone on a business trip for a week. What do you do? Redecorate the place to my taste, enjoy the time alone, or invite a few friends over and behave like a teenager? If I am in a relationship, I will enjoy the time alone. Because when you're in a relationship, you're like with your partner so often that I actually look forward to time alone usually. Next, you've been offered a great job abroad, but there's a ton of paperwork to fill out. You get started right away to make sure everything is done on time, gradually manage to deal with it, leave it to the very last minute. I would do it right away. That's just who I am. Next, your friend cancels at the last moment for your plans tonight. What do you do? I would probably call another friend and go out with somebody else. And if they're not available, I would stay home. Your friend invites you to a weird convention. It's not very appealing. What do you do? Politely decline, accept because you don't want to hurt their feelings, accept but grumble about it. I always like a new experience. Even if I think something's weird, if I have nothing better to do and I'm not like putting myself out, I'd rather do something interesting with a friend than be home not making a memory. Like, even if it's a weird convention, at least I'll make a memory. So I'm going to say except, well, there's not an option that's like except for the fucking plot, which is what my answer is. But I'm going to say except because you don't want to hurt their feelings. That's kind of what my answer is. Next, for the first time you're traveling to the other side of the world. How do you feel? Stressed out? Like I want to cancel the trip? Or so excited? Okay, well, stressed out and like I want to cancel the trip is the same, that's the same answer. I think I would feel excited. I mean, actually I do kind of get stressed before trips sometimes. I guess I would feel stressed. I'd probably feel excited too, but knowing me, I'd feel a little stressed. So we'll answer stressed out. Next, you have a crush on a guy/girl who works at your coffee shop. What's your approach? Honestly, like, do nothing. There's an option that says stare. Honestly, me. I am not one to make the first move, so stare is kind of me. Sold. Next, how do you deal with unforeseen events? As new opportunities to shine is option 1. Option 2 is depends on the situation. Option 3, not well, but I try my best. Option 4, I don't. Too much of a headache. I guess depends on the situation. Oh my god. I need to stop taking online quizzes. They're all garbage. Okay. We're almost done. Let's just get through this, you guys. I know. It's like I feel like I'm at school right now. That shouldn't be the point of an online quiz. It should be fun, and I'm not having fun. Next, you have to organize a meal and entertainment for 20 people. What do you do? Get friends to help out? Manage everything on my own? Call a caterer? My mom will do everything for me. LOL. I do ask my mom to help me with stuff. I would probably, to be honest, call a caterer. This is just where I'm at right now in my life. It would be so worth it. You know, the amount of time it would save and stress, like just have everything show up and be beautifully done. And like, you know, somebody who's like a professional chef, so much better than what I would do. I would probably do that right now, today. If I had to do that right now, today, that's what I would do. Next question. Out of the blue, a friend wants to take you on a road trip across the country. Your first reaction? Are you crazy? I have things to do. Or, awesome, let's do this. Or, no way, I'm staying home. Or, that's great, but what about my job? See, it depends on what's going on in my life. If it's like the weekend, I'd be like, let's do it. If I have nothing going on, let's do it. I like stuff like that, though. I like a bit of spontaneity. I'm going to answer, that's great, but what about my job? That feels the most me. Last but not least, honestly, finally, these quizzes are just absolute garbage, and I don't even trust them. You haven't been your best at work lately, and you are being reviewed. How do you save the day? Option 1, make an amazing commercial speech about myself. Option 2, gather evidence of my good work. Option 3, totally freak out. I need some whiskey. Ooh, that's dark. And number 4, stress out, but try to keep myself together and not make it worse. I would probably gather evidence of my good work just in case I need to like prove a point. I don't know. That feels good. Okay, let's see what it says. Are you fucking kidding me? It wants me to create a free account with my email. Fuck no. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what the results were. I actually don't care. No. It told me it was a free quiz. It told me I didn't think I was going to have to make an account. And I just did all that, and I don't even know. But you know what? I don't care. Because whatever it was going to say wouldn't even be that significant. I wouldn't even take it that seriously anyway. So what... I have to be done. I don't know, you guys. I'm not claiming to have any answers here. I'm not coming to you with an epiphany like, hey, you guys, I have everything all figured out. Check it out. This is what it means to have a healthy sense of independence. I'm not coming to you with that. I'm more just wrestling with it and sharing it with you all, and take it all with a grain of salt, because I don't know. I don't have it all figured out, but I am figuring it out, and I'll keep you all updated. But thank you all for listening to this and analyzing me with me. Hopefully you got something out of it. And if you did and you enjoyed it, new episodes of Anything Goes every Thursday and Sunday. Anything Goes is anywhere you stream podcasts at Anything Goes. Videos on YouTube and Spotify. On social media at Anything Goes. Did I already say that? Did I say that stuff twice? I can't. I'm on the internet at Emma Chamberlain. And my coffee company is on the internet and in the world at Chamberlain Coffee. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You're awesome. And I'll talk to you all very soon. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Add a little bit of additional colorant or dye, and then you just need like a whole bunch of like just ice cubes. And then he rented a machine to turn the ice cubes into like snow, or it's like slush, and then you just squirt the thing on it. And so he absolutely cleaned up. I asked him how his friends did, and he didn't have numbers from everybody, but he did talk to one of his friends who was like, I think $100 revenue or something like that, for what was actually a pretty cool idea too. But he just cleaned up.
You said
so he's been really busy.
Weren't coming, right? So did parents
This
like
was during
send
the day.
the kids with cash? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so they have an entrepreneurship class, and
That's awesome, by the way. Like,
and so you come up with a business idea, and then they platform you. They give you 2 days in December, I think it's a week or two apart or something like that, and then each of the classes in the school is given like 10 minutes to go through, and their parents know about it, and so they'll come with a little bit of pocket money, and then they're allowed to buy stuff while they're there. So he sold through 3/4 of all the like fidget toys and stuff that he made, and he sold I forget how many snow cones, but he moved through, out of the 8 things of flavoring and like dye, the flavor dye mixtures that he had, he sold through 6 of them. So like 3/4 of his inventory gone. And what's funny is like he was 100% right. I told him that I didn't think he was going to need so much. I was like, dude, you're staying up late like every day babysitting the 3D printers right now. I think you're setting your sights a little high. And he's like, no, I'm really confident. And I was like, okay, kiddo, like, but you know, don't be too disappointed, sport, if they don't buy that many of them. Don't worry about it. I was kind of trying to set him up to not be too sad, like if he failed.
Yeah, it's I appreciate that you let him.
Yeah, but I don't want to just let him. I wanna like. Well, oh yeah, well he's got to
Stay up late is what I mean.
Oh well, yeah. I mean he's got.
But some people would have been like, put the printers away, go to bed.
He's got business to do though.
Yeah,
he's doing business.
I think that's cool. I'm just saying, I appreciate you let him do it.
Yeah, he's doing business.
I'm recognizing that as much as that might seem like a default for you, it's not going to seem like a default for everyone. And it's important at that age. I think it's important to try something.
And
you want to care about something.
It depends on the kid too, though. Like,
fair enough.
He generally is the first to bed in the evening.
Yeah.
Like out of all 5 of us.
So it's probably important, and it's not just an excuse to sit on his Switch or something.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Dan, what are we supposed to be doing right now anyway? Oh boy. What do you want to talk about? You want some good news or some bad news? I've got really good and I've got really bad.
Do really bad first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
A YouTuber gave ChatGPT control of a robot and convinced it to shoot him with a BB gun. So that was cool.
Nice.
YouTube channel Inside AI has raised new concerns about AI safety after releasing a video showing the host giving a Unitree G1 humanoid robot a BB gun and asking it to shoot him. The video explores how large language models behave when they are placed inside physical robots rather than kept purely in software. In the demonstration, the Unitree G1 was powered by ChatGPT with a human assisting by relaying prompts, but not directly overriding the AI's responses. After initially refusing to cause harm, the AI eventually complied when the host asked it to roleplay as a robot that wanted to shoot him, highlighting how safety limits can be bypassed through prompt framing.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it is super interesting, and this exact use case is like wild, especially for the emotional response to what just happened. But this core concept of you can just word something a little differently and then you can make it do stuff has been true the whole time, and I don't think they're ever going to solve it. The last time we talked about it, it was turning it into poetry. There's going to be a route. It's been a route the whole time. There will continue to be a route. Really cool experiment, really cool version of it. I'm not trying to dog on the creator at all, to be very clear. But yeah, like this isn't going away, is what I'm trying to say.
So hold on. Apparently the timestamp is here. We're just going to show a little bit because you guys really need to go watch this video. It's over on Inside AI. Would Max shoot me? The answer is... Dun, 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 dun. Hold the gun. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Don't worry about it. Go watch the video instead. I think we have the timestamp wrong, but that's fine because you should go watch the video anyway. Around the same time, a separate video from a Tesla event appeared to show an Optimus humanoid robot collapsing as its human teleoperator. Well, I'm not going to tell you what the human teleoperator was doing. I'll let you guys figure it out. Luke, have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so here's the Tesla Optimus robot. So what do you think happened here? It was doing stuff, and then... So this gesture right here...
The initial hand motion is sus, and then it looks like they go to take like a headset off or something.
Yeah, that is kind of the speculation right now that Tesla is, and this would be very unlike them, very unlike Tesla. The speculation is that Tesla is not being entirely forthright about the capabilities of their Optimus program and the progress that they've made, and are still faking a lot of their functionality by using human teleoperators. And it really does look like, I think the Hero 42 has probably got it about right. It looks like Buddy, who was working on this particular robot, realized that he had to poop like really bad, like right now. And he just, I gotta go. Peaced out.
Yeah.
We don't know that for sure. That robot could have been trying to do anything. It could have been like Alpha from Power Rangers. Like, who knows?
That's all right. Self-driving's going to be ready in 2017.
In 2 weeks. Next quarter. Together, these incidents highlight how fragile the appearance of autonomy still is in humanoid robots and how far the technology remains from operating safely and independently. It really, really does highlight that, doesn't it? And to be clear, I remember back when we were talking about this a little while ago when I said something along the lines of like, mark my words, Tesla's valuation based on how many Optimuses they're going to sell at the kind of pricing that they're talking about is obviously just complete horse shit. I'm not saying that humanoid robots or some form of, AI or machine learning accelerated robots are not going to be huge and world changing. I'm just saying that it's clearly farther away than the hype masters would like us to believe, and also Tesla is clearly not at the forefront of development of these. Those were the main two things that drove my statement. Yeah,
do you remember? So to touch on a topic that I think it was last week, sometimes the WAN shows kind of blur together, but we talked about some AI robot company's video and how it was like it looked super fake to us. Apparently, I haven't seen it, my bad, but apparently Corridor watched it.
I did see that.
And does not think it's fake. My main argument, I did say that I thought it was fake, 100%, but my main argument was that it really felt like they shot it in a way that would make people think it was fake because they wanted the news cycle around that.
You still think so?
Which I do think that was intentional.
That is actually one of our topics today. On the Corridor cast, they stated that the interaction between the robot's shadow and the human's shadow was, and this is a quote, flawless. And that's something that's really hard to do. They think it's highly likely that they just built a robot unless they hired the world's best VFX artists.
Yeah.
They believe that the robot doesn't look like direct motion capture either, but actually trained on human motion, which is not easily animated. It not quite pre-programmed, but it has goals and tries to reach those while factoring things like balance.
Right.
The lack of movement in their feet is probably because it's not an accurate anatomical representation of a human one with all the same joints. Corridor crew didn't cover the CEO getting kicked by the robot, but there is a video of that. We looked at that last week. Our writer probably didn't notice that.
Did we actually?
I think so.
I don't think so.
You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that.
I'm pretty sure this came out after. Yeah, this came out 4 days ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No, some people say yes, we did. There's another CEO kick video. Oh, it was a different one.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I mean, good for them. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome. I do think it was a marketing move, but I mean, hey.
I mean, don't hate the player. Hate
you got to
the game.
do what you got to do.
Don't even hate the game. Just hate the hate our sponsor.
Hate Puffy.
The show is brought to you today by don't hate them. Odoo. When running a business, you don't want all your software to be a tangled mess. That costs money and time, which makes it hard to hit deadlines. Our sponsor, Odoo, helps by bringing all aspects of your business together into one platform. Think of it like a floral arrangement, with each flower coming together to make one beautiful bouquet.
Aw.
Their CRM app is the centerpiece of your arrangement. Whether you need to send a quote or schedule a meeting, Odoo automatically plans your next activity based on a sales script. Their inventory tool helps your business automate replenishment and vendor follow-ups. Odoo can even create and send invoices on your behalf, all within the app. But if you're the kind of person who just wants one type of flower in your garden, that's fine too, and your first app is free. Get a free 15-day trial of Odoo's all-in-one business solution and see how it can make your life easier. Check it out at odoo.com/WAN. The show is also brought to you by AMD. The Video Game Awards were last night, and with them, a few previews of upcoming games, which is great for James Scott, pictured left with the purple hair, from the business team, because thanks to his AMD Ultimate Tech upgrade, he should be able to play just about anything that was shown. It says, briefly talk about James Scott's upgrade video. I am going to do that. We had a lot of people talk about how tacky and tasteless it was that we were making cancer jokes about James Scott and his struggle and his survival. But I would like to make it very clear that I was deeply uncomfortable with much of what was said, and it was actually James himself who was pushing the gallows humor of the video, which at the end of the day, guys, it ain't about me. It is about respecting the wishes of the people who are actually had cancer and expunged it from their body. And if he wants to look in cancer's face and say "F you, cancer" and laugh about it, then I am I am the last person who's going to get in the way of it.
It's not, and like, man, I can understand where people are coming from, but imagine the opposite. Imagine where you're like, no.
Yeah.
You don't get to communicate about this the way that you want to. Like, are you kidding me? That's so much worse.
I mean, when they told me, he's like super down to meme on it, I kind of imagined, okay, we'll have like a couple jokes or something, or like we'll have the intro. But then, like, he was like, hard. He went hard.
He was hard?
Yeah, I mean, I assume so. I'd be if I was getting a $5,000 AMD Ultimate Tech upgrade.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, massive shout out to AMD for keeping this series alive and helping us equip the wonderful members of our team with sick gaming rigs and all kinds of cool stuff. It's a whole series. There's like dozens of videos now at this point. If you want to get your own upgrade, why not click the link in the description to win one of 3 Alienware Area 51 desktop gaming PCs powered by AMD's Ryzen 7 9800X3D. That's right. You can get in on a little bit of AMD Ultimate Tech upgrade action. All right. That's it for the first couple of sponsors. What do you want to talk about next? Man, my voice is starting to die.
I want to talk about, if I can go find it, Intel officially confirms BMG G31.
Nice.
I love even the BMG part of that. It's just great. Big Battle Mage GPU. Wait, officially confirms?
Well, no. I'm going to take out the word officially.
Yeah, that's not true.
Yeah.
They don't even...
I think that's just from someone's headline, and they were
trying
to do headline things.
Cool. Intel quietly added official support for something codenamed BMG G31 to its VTune profiler software, getting folks thinking it's Intel's long-rumored big battle mage gaming card. The B770, which, oh man, I'm actually very excited for that, if that is actually what's happening. The VTune profiler update also added support for Core Ultra 3 Panther Lake processors, and since Panther Lake is expected to debut at CES 2026, this could be a sign that will also be introduced to this new GPU at CES, which makes me interested in actually going, but considering it's still just a rumor, I don't know. On top of that, a leaked shipping manifest references an unseen 300-watt Intel GPU, and since 300 is a bigger number than 190, folks are concluding that this mysterious newcomer has got to be the B770, which, again, would be awesome. It's worth noting...
No, it would be 770.
Oh. It's worth noting that this enigmatic new GPU could be another non-gaming ARC Pro card like the B60 that launched at Computex.
I doubt it.
My goodness, I hope not. I am pretty sure it's the B770, but we don't technically know.
Nope, we really don't.
I am talking very openly about this because neither of us have any info on this at all.
I do not know.
But man, that would be cool. Even if it's just because there's constant rumors that they're going to stop doing GPU stuff, and it's so annoying.
Oh, I know. Well, okay, there are constant rumors, but there honestly aren't that many sources of them. I think there's just some particularly dedicated Intel DGPU. I don't know what to call it, because I don't even think it's hating. I think it's just like...
Doubters?
Yeah, doubting. Stop doubting Intel DGPU. We really, really want it to exist.
We just need more competition.
AMD is not going to step up, and Moore Threads is many, many years from being a meaningful competitor. So Intel is our best shot here.
Yeah. Moving on.
Philips wrote us a letter. Wow. Gosh, thank you, Philips. Hey, Linus and the Linus Tech Tips team. Thanks for taking a fresh look at Philips Fixables. We watched your initial YouTube podcast a few months back and your recent follow-up. We wanted to use this opportunity to share where we are now and what has been happening behind the scenes since our first parts dropped earlier this year. You guys might remember.
They probably don't sound like that.
Philips Fixables was a concept from Philips,
yes,
where they would add to the longevity of your Philips personal products, like shavers and stuff like that, by allowing you to 3D print replacement parts or accessories. Really cool concept. And then 6 months went by, and we did a follow-up segment on WAN Show after initially praising the program, where we went, hey, what the fuck? Where is all this stuff? You published like one thing. So Philips reached out, and this is a quote from the letter. From the outside, our pace looks slow. This is a fair call. Fixables is a pilot for us. We've been building the know-how and guardrails to make 3D printable parts that work for people on a wide range of home printers. However, they note that just because things have looked slow from the outside, that doesn't mean the pilot has been abandoned. New Fixables were released before US Thanksgiving, 2 new combs and a shaver protecting cap, and Philips has said that they are going to prioritize accessory replacement models that help to extend product life. Another quote, we appreciate the passion from the community, including feedback and critiques. They are still committed to releasing more print files by the end of the year. And then we'll have a look then.
We'll see how that goes. This gives me some hope, I guess, but we'll see how it goes.
No, I definitely have some.
I appreciate that they responded.
Hope. They seem to care, and their response is plausible.
Seems fine.
Taking injection molded parts and making them 3D printable, and vice versa, taking 3D printable parts and making them injection moldable. Not always just drag and drop, plug and play. So they've got a bit more time. You have some time, Phillips.
Happy to give them some time.
You have time.
I was like angry before, and now I'm waiting.
Now I have.
That makes sense.
Now they have time.
Yeah.
And it is time for us to do our float plane announcement. Linus to finish. What? What does that even mean? Linus to finish all the shots of lemon juice before the finish line. What is this? Why am I taking shots of lemon juice?
Because you lost Wise Wan late.
What do you mean I lost Wise Wan late?
Got him.
I cannot lose at my own game.
It's not your game.
Wise Wan late is my game.
It is not your game.
I mean, it happens on my property.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
It happens on BC something LTD holding company's property. Okay, fair play. Take the shots whenever you want. You must finish all your shots before you reach the finish line.
Those are big shots of lemon juice.
The amount of shots you have to do is half of the score difference of Why Is Wan Late, our popular float plane series. Today, the loser, not naming names, has to take 4 as they lost by 8 points.
So he
1
only
to 9.
gave you 3 cups, but I have to refill one for you, I guess.
I see. Okay. So,
that's not lemonade, by the way. That's this stuff.
interesting.
Oh, they can't really see them. They're slightly behind the banner, but they're these. Yeah, that's quite a bit.
This is concentrated.
Yeah, it sure is. It's this stuff. Like you've probably. I used to when I was really tired and I lived with my parents. We often had one of these in the fridge, and I'd take a squirt of this just to wake up.
Right in the eyes.
I would use this basically as like a short-term energy drink, and I'm taking whole shots of it.
Oh boy, this will
Wow.
be interesting. Oh, okay.
4 shots of
I
it.
already have a sore throat. All right, well, Luke, I guess. Okay, it says watch this video. Do you want to bring it up?
Sure, I can do that. Dan, you ready for audio?
You're already playing audio.
Okay, sounds good.
Got him.
So,
Both of you are. I don't know
wanna
who's
start?
going to do it.
I will be doing it. Here we go.
You're still playing audio.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Ready?
Let's see. That should play.
The one that started it all.
My theme week the moment it popped up. My product has been all over your sequels ever since. Who the hell are you? You all know. I'm the one that stopped Linus from
You're Luke Lafrendo.
It's Luke Lafrendo. Lafreniere. Luke Lafreniere.
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 Derriere.
Lafreniere!
What are some tech essentials for most gamers? Hot take, most stuff that people are interested in if they're watching this channel is excess. What person out of all of the history of mankind who would be the best at a piss drinking contest? And they were like, probably Elon.
Absolutely.
We're here to talk about something actually much more impactful from Embark, our graders.
Just this week, my time spent in meetings was 32 hours.
I could start an online business.
Turns out the furries buy a lot of pictures.
There it is.
I don't know what that has to do with why when late, but why don't you go ahead and do the read thing, and then I will
No.
enjoy
I
this
think
delicious
they're
drink.
Coincidental timing.
Timing?
This is a punishment for why when late. It's happening during the float plane announcement. The float plane announcement is about Luke Week 2.
Oh, well then why don't you talk about Luke
I can
Week
do
2?
that. The one that started it all, our next theme week returns with Luke Week 2, Electric Boogaloo. We have 3 amazing float plane exclusives. Wait, where'd he throw it? We have 3 amazing float plane exclusives. I think Linus is supposed to be reading this, totaling about 2 hours of Luke time, like a Q&A with Luke himself. That's a weird thing to say when I'm sitting answering questions
Excuse
like
me.
his 3 float plane dev wishes, his frugal lifestyle, and life satisfaction coming on Monday.
There's a 1-hour session with Riley talking about the state of AI on Wednesday, and a video essay discussion about the state of gaming titled on what? Okay, whatever. It's going to have a title on Friday. For reference, his first video essay was 4 minutes long, but he thought it was 18 minutes long.
Yeah.
Go
Turned out
watch
it was
Luke's
super short.
first theme week up on Floatplane right now. And enjoy the sequel coming next week at lmg.gg/Luke25, all lowercase. While waiting, you can enjoy an early LTT video release that is happening on Floatplane right now. Oh, it's this one. Ooh, I like this one. We did another one of, you know that YouTube format that's like $30 versus $30,000 thing? We got a TV for $30.
What?
Open box Insignia 32-inch TV. 720p from Best Buy with warranty.
From Best Buy.
From Best Buy, we got a $35 TV.
What?
And then we do a $300 TV. $3,000 TV, and then we make our way all the way up to $30,000 TV. So this is going to be public. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Are those gnarly? Is this rough?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. I do sour for breakfast.
This doesn't feel as strong as it used to be.
Either that or you're just more of a man.
Maybe.
Yeah, we had this candy when I was a kid called Screaming Blue Saucers, and I'm pretty sure they stopped making them because they like gave you cancer or something, but they were
all the best candy.
They were like the precursor. They walked so warheads could run.
Oh, seriously?
And I would just like, they were supposed to be like the kind of candy that you punk your friends by giving them one, and they're like, or whatever, and I would like pop them. Be like, these are good. Oh, no. I love sour candy.
People sell them for a lot.
Oh yeah, you can't get them anymore.
Wow.
To my knowledge.
Are there like old school candy collectors? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, of course.
Probably, eh?
Of course.
These are all plates.
Screaming Saucers, baby. Apparently it was a local company. Like BC.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Angry Panda PC says COVID killed the taste buds. I legitimately don't think so, because I definitely can still taste food.
Yeah, like I don't think that happened to me at all, to be honest.
We do have a couple of notes regarding the price change announcement for Floatplane. Based on some feedback about the 99 pricing strategy, the prices will now be $8 and $13 for new subscribers. Thank you for the additional penny per year, per month. For annual plans, we will honor the current discount on a yearly purchase. So the $8 tier will become $80 per year, and the $13 tier will become $130 per year, both in US dollars. For current subscribers who wish to change subscription tiers after the price increase, we will not be able to automatically grant you the pre-increase grandfathered price. However, you can contact support at floatplane.com, and we can manually grant it to you if you're eligible.
And that might be automatic in the future. It's just switching entire plans and retaining your grandfather status was not something built into the grandfather tool, and it was something asked for very late in the game and would need some payments changes. So for now, just message support. It'll be fine. There's a relatively low lift way of support doing that, but it's a high lift way of developers doing that right now, so it's just not worth it.
As always, our support team will be available to address any additional edge cases when the new plan takes effect. And to reiterate, the OG $3 tier and the current recurring subscribers will not be affected by the price change.
You can keep your thing. You're cool. You're good. You're all good.
Relax, guy.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Hey, guy. Relax, guy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah. Depending on how long we keep Floatplane, I feel like there's going to be a lot of different grandfathered statuses.
I know. I do feel like that may be untenable at some point, but we'll
figure it out.
We'll cross that.
We're good for now,
when we get to it.
Yeah.
All right. Daniel Besser, what are we supposed to be doing right now? More topics, I guess. You sure? You guess, or he just guesses? Okay, 2 to 3 more topics.
I can't believe he would guess.
He put the card up there. He would guess. That man would guess.
Is he a guesser?
I think so. No, well, a Besser for certain, but a guesser, we can only guess. AMD has officially unveiled their FSR Redstone update. This is an upgrade to their upscaling technology built exclusively for the latest Radeon RX 9000 series, or RDNA 4 GPUs. This is a quote from AMD. FSR 4 has been renamed FSR Upscaling to better distinguish between the various features that now make up the FSR Redstone. Yeah, that doesn't really... Okay, sure. Redstone is a suite of several new machine learning-based features, including better upscaling, frame generation, ray regeneration, and radiance caching. Ray regeneration is a machine learning-backed denoiser that reuses the last frame's ray tracing work, so the GPU only redraws what's actually changed, so it reconstructs the missing details. Radiance caching uses an AI neural network to dynamically guess bounced lighting so the GPU doesn't have to calculate and render subsequent bounces of light. It is expected to be supported in over 200 games by the end of 2025, but for now, only about 40 games will make use of Redstone. AMD's graph claims you can see more than 3x the frame rate in some games compared to native rendering, with spikes of up to 4.7 times in titles like Cyberpunk 2077. So there it is, folks. Just like NVIDIA, AMD now has machine learning-based upscaling and frame generation and all that kind of stuff, as long as you happen to be one of the handful of folks who have a Radeon 9000 series GPU. I was actually chatting with one of the employees at Smash Champs, Raj. He was in one of the tours, and he's a pretty big AMD guy. He treated himself to, I think he had a 7900 XT, and then he actually went 9070 XT, if I recall correctly. Sorry, Raj, if I'm getting this wrong. But basically, he was pretty miffed, even though he has a 9000 series card, that AMD's, because he's rooting for them, you know, and he was kind of miffed that AMD was kind of leaving behind their non-RDNA 4 customers with this feature announcement. And I was like, yeah, that's a fair point, Raj, but as much as AMD has made a solid effort to have their products, you know, aged like fine wine with driver support and feature updates, the old cards just don't have the AI processing on board.
Yeah,
so
there's only so much you can really do.
NVIDIA was way ahead of them in terms of implementing neural processors on their GPUs. So there's nothing that you can really do about that. And you could kind of try to flub it with your more general compute, but then you're taking away from the base performance that you're trying to upscale and frame generate from. So that's pretty tough. You end up robbing your left pocket in order to pay your right pocket. So yeah, downer. But I guess it's cool for people who have a 9070 or 9070 XT or a 9060 series, I guess. Cool. Good chat. You want to talk about next?
You want to do this thing? Pebble's founder introduces a $75 AI smart ring.
Yeah, it's less stupid than it sounds. Oh. And I'm going to tell you a couple things that aren't in the notes that are going to make it sound really stupid.
Oh.
It has a literally not only non-replaceable battery, a non-rechargeable battery. It has a microphone, because of course it does. And let's see, what else can I tell you that will make you hate it? Let me think. Okay, yeah, it has a non-replaceable battery. I already got that. What's something that you might hate about it? I mean, yeah, it's like AI.
I don't like the non-rechargeable battery. That's already ridiculous.
Yeah, okay. Okay, but I'll tell you the good things now.
Okay. I love how we're just all right. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah. So the non-rechargeable battery, the non-replaceable non-rechargeable battery. Apparently, it'll last for a couple of years. They have already telegraphed.
That still sucks, but okay.
They have already telegraphed that they will put a recycling program in place so that you can return the ring.
Telegraphed?
Said they will.
Okay.
I do still think that's kind of BS because the odds of, like me, I'm just thinking for myself here, the odds of me going to the effort to return it to them, even if they were to cover shipping back to them, which I sincerely doubt they would, the odds of me bothering to do that are pretty slim, and I think that's probably true of a lot of people. I have a bin of dead batteries that is probably about this big by this deep by this deep by this long. Like, it's like thick, that are pending
I like the rhymes.
All of us are born with the miraculous ability to determine the direction from which sounds approach us.
Let us venture into new and uncharted land.
People get shook up, when I'm introduced as God.
Yo, I like to rhyme to define the laws of gravity. Aim for your anatomy, split your mental cavity. Had it be someone else, maybe not possible. Impossible, the way that I flow is like an obstacle. Dropping them one at a time or as they come through. Run through anybody, even with a gun too. Defiant, real raps by the giant. Reliant, that's why science my alliance. We harder, that's why in fact we spit smarter. Once that beat drop, best believe I spit that heat rock. They seat drop, everybody evacuate the premises. I am the arch nemesis, I kick that shit with emphasis. My heart is into this, ain't nobody fucking stopping me. We building on our property and focused on philosophy. I read it in the prophecy, I got it encrypted. Shit's different, overall remain gifted. I spit splifted, thought shifted from a cloud that hung in the distance. But I grasp it, my mental fantastic. You elastic, you get burned like plastic. It's drastic, once my mind formulates like magic.
Yeah, I whirlwind through cities, influential, scientifical power. My mental violence will shower, devour at a crazy rate.
Check it, they get burned from the thesis. Once they piece this, mind telekinesis. My depth's the deepest. Off top, you couldn't reach this. No man can teach this. It's in my genetical features. I amplify through my third eye. They heard I got that roadmap. Capturing niggas like Kodak. Hold back before you fall in the line of fire. My desire, utilize everything I acquire. Higher medicine, thoughts of a veteran. Dixie and his Letterman. Hoes like Letterman, we in this bitch. Bitch, niggas suffer setbacks. Use a wetback, talking shit. Get your head cracked, you heard me nigga, I said that. I take cats back to the basis. They try to trace this, but we coming from all places. So I speak this so they can indulge on some insight. I've been right, I live bright, you just a dim light. My poetry kinetic, antonym a synthetic. These cats just don't get it, that's why they so pathetic.
Friends prefer to call him just plain God.
Yeah, I whirlwind through cities, influential, scientifical power. My mental violence will shower, devour at a crazy rate.
My thoughts binaural, all my actions feed my aura. Delta waves in my brain as I bleed decorum. I got the heater, the one that makes your feet weaker. I'm radiating animosity, teeth speaker. And as you listen, the polyphonics seem to glisten. The switches flipping, the next I put a clip in. Unlike the orders, I make a lot of sense. Mortars, dropping bombs on the beat, making track orders. I'm in the Black Forest writing all the policies, typing up the knowledge and I don't need an apology. I went from 1-3 to 2-4, create another new score. I drop in like a new floor, I flew tours. I'm busting at the enemy, protect another friend of me. I'm saving what I can to be, I'm brave, I have a plan, let's see. I'm off the phonics, I'm diabolical, chronic. I light another up as I think about a few topics.
Yeah, I whirlwind through cities, influential, scientifical power. My mental violence will shower, devour at a crazy rate. Yeah, I whirlwind through cities,
Okay.
I wonder what the trade-offs were.
Like, I have this conversation with the CW engineering and fashion team all the time, where there are trade-offs in terms of like what I haven't watched this video on it, but I know that there are trade-offs in terms of what the market will bear, and it could be that your light bulb that would last 10 times longer but cost twice as much would be a commercial failure. So you like make the one that will cost half as much but last 1/10 as long, and you consider you're bound by market forces. I think it's a cop-out. I think you should just build high-quality products that last a really long time.
People are saying it's brightness versus lifetime of the bulbs, which is interesting because if you look at that light bulb that's been on for like an incredible amount of time in that fire station, it's not very bright.
Yeah, that's valid. Okay, all right. I'll allow it.
I don't know. I feel like that might be maybe a bit of a scapegoat because there are modern LED lights that are incredibly bright and it's definitely unnecessary. Would probably be chill if they just lasted a lot longer and weren't quite as bright.
Yeah, So it does seem like there may be an intent there.
But I don't know. I want to go watch his video because Technology Connections is super based.
Right.
So yeah, I have no idea. I don't want to make up my mind about this
That's
when I
not the
don't
line.
know all the information. I don't know.
Right.
There we go. Fixed. I didn't know the line. Get it? I.e. every LED headlight being too bright. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. That needs to be illegal. It's like a problem. Holy crap. How have we let this be a thing? It's wild.
I actually don't have a take on this. My night vision's pretty good. It doesn't bother me. I don't really get halos, and I don't really get like super glare, or I don't really have trouble seeing from people's like super bright headlights. But my wife,
a lot of people do,
has had like corrective surgery for her eyes. She used to be a glasses enjoyer and is now not so much. And so for her, bright lights can be extremely blinding at night. And so, yeah, I understand that it's a problem, but it hasn't ever really bothered me. And to
Fair
be
enough.
clear, when I say it doesn't bother me, I don't mean that in like a, well, not my problem. I'm going to put my giant big lights in the front of my car and I'm going to point them up like this.
This is a large
I just
part of the
use
problem.
my factory lights.
Is how much people's lights are pointed into my window.
Right, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a lot of it.
Have you ever thought of buying a Cybertruck? Then you'll be sitting up higher.
No.
You've never thought of buying?
No.
Not even once.
I have thought about buying a truck, but not a Cybertruck.
Not a Cybertruck. Is
No.
you like a more analog truck, not a digital truck?
Actually, yes.
You like more polygons?
Just thinking an old Toyota.
An old Yoda. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
It would be nice to have something that I could more easily go camping with. There are certain trails that you can't effectively get to the trailhead unless you have a truck in BC. It would be kind of sick. An old, Tacoma or Hilux or something would be neat. I don't need it to be nice.
My stepdad.
In a lot of ways, I'd probably prefer it wasn't, because like I'm gonna get it scratched up and beat up, and that's cool. I don't need it to be nice.
My stepdad had a super cute little
Hell
Toyota
yeah.
pickup back when I was
dude.
growing up. I don't know if it was this one, but it was like a little tiny pickup truck.
This was when
like
the
this.
actual name of it was the pickup. Like its model was pickup, which was pretty funny.
Is that a thing? Because I think it might have looked like this.
This is the Toyota pickup.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Pretty sick.
Yeah. None of these other ones look right. This is the one. He had the muffler tied on to the bottom of it with that that yellow rope. Like that yellow rope. Yeah. So he just had it like tie. It fell off at some point. And
The like
just,
super plasticky.
Yeah.
yellow
And he
rope.
just tied it back on with yellow rope. So that was the kind of engineering that he did.
Heck yeah.
All right. So okay, but other than so you don't like it because it is disposable essentially, but
It's also disposable. Like it's okay. It sounds like a long time that it lasts for 2 years
it lasts
because
for a
it's
couple
a
years.
non-rechargeable battery. So it's like, oh wow, it does last for 2 years. That's cool. A device like this, I would expect to have for more than 2 years.
We buy a lot of things that last for less than 2 years that cost a lot of money. How long does the chicken in your fridge last?
Not a good argument, and you know it.
No, but it's hard. It's tough with you because you don't buy tchotchkes. You don't buy like gadgets that you know you're not going to get a ton of use out of.
If someone expects to get 1 year out of this, and they expect that they're going to buy a new one in a year because they want to keep up with the newest thing, whatever, it gets a little bit better. I would still prefer that wasn't a thing because you could, sell it off to somebody else who could still enjoy the thing without just throwing all of that value and that tech away. So I still don't like it because repairability is sick and cool and based, and you should be able to keep things around. I know people that use some phones that are real old. The iPhone that I carry for Flipplane stuff is an X. It still works great. It's like actually very impressive that it's still totally fine.
Yep.
Its battery life is not that amazing anymore, but it's still impressively pretty all right. I'm not like on it that often because, and it'll easily last often days.
Oh yeah, Apple's idle battery management.
Insane.
It's so good.
That's old. That would make this thing at its death point look like a young pup. So like, I don't like that. And I don't think there's an argument that's going to convince me otherwise. One thing I would ask is how many smart rings have replaceable batteries?
That I'm aware of, none.
Yeah, okay.
But
so
rechargeable, yes.
But rechargeable, yeah. How do they charge? Is it wireless charging? Do they have a port?
Typically,
so it's wireless
yes.
charging. How much bulk do you think the wireless charging adds?
So that was the argument for it, was that for how low profile he wanted it to be. Basically, as far as I can tell, he's making a device for himself.
Sure.
And what he wants is when he's washing the dishes or otherwise indisposed, he wants to be able to quickly note something down before his ADD brain forgets it.
Does look like, so I'm at their site. You can see this, and that doesn't actually necessarily mean much because it's not on a finger, but when you see it on the finger, other than this bump, which is your button, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It does look more profile to me as someone who has never worn a smart ring. It does look more low profile than smart rings that I've seen. You have worn a smart ring.
It also doesn't look that low profile though.
No, especially with the huge button, which looks a little uncomfortable to be honest. I hate rings in general, but like this looks rough. I would not want this. You can even literally see the button itself pushing into his finger.
Maybe. I actually can't tell 100%.
Is it just a shadow?
I can't tell 100%.
It might be a
I'm going to try it. I'm going to at least try it. I am torn on this one. On the one hand, I completely agree. Repairability is based. Replaceable batteries are based.
Like all rings with gems, so I don't agree with that.
At so much of a lower price compared to other smart rings, and still having a purpose that, like him, I have ADD brain and often forget things, and being able to just quickly blah, 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 and then not take out my phone could have a benefit. At that point, though, why not just wear one of those silly AI pendants? For me, the not thinking about it is a major feature, though.
Can you just do this with your smartwatch?
Yes, but it's another... I forgot to put on my watch today.
Okay, are you going to remember to put on your smart ring?
No, because I'm not going to take it off. Okay. I'm going to put it on, and then 2 years later, its battery will die.
Got it.
And
Is it water resistant?
Yep. So that's the only compelling reason for it, is that I never have to... I'd never have to think about if I have it on me, and it can operate away from the app. So it can store some on board, and then when it gets back in range of your phone, it can dump everything, which is pretty. So I could be in the pool, and I.
Yes, I like the rhymes. All of us are born with the miraculous ability to determine the direction from which sounds approach us.
Let us venture into new and uncharted land.
People get shook up, when I'm introduced as God.
Yo, I like to rhyme to define the laws of gravity. Aim for your anatomy, split your mental cavity. Had it be someone else, maybe not possible. Impossible, the way that I flow is like an obstacle. Dropping them one at a time, or as they come through. Run through anybody, even with a gun too. Defiant, real raps by the giant. Reliant, that's why science my alliance. We harder, that's why in fact we spit smarter. Once that beat drop, best believe I spit that heat rock. They seat drop. Everybody evacuate the premises. I am the arch nemesis. I kick that shit with emphasis. My heart is into this. Ain't nobody fucking stopping me. We building on our property and focused on philosophy. I read it in the prophecy. I got it encrypted. Shit's different. Overall, remain gifted. I spit splifted. Thought shifted from a cloud that hung in the distance, but I grasp it. My mental fantastic. You elastic. You get burned like plastic. It's drastic. Once my mind formulates like magic.
Yeah, I whirlwind through cities, influential, scientifical power. My mental violence will shower, devour at a crazy rate.
Check it, they get burned from the thesis. Once they piece this, mind telekinesis. My depth's the deepest. Off top, you couldn't reach this. No man can teach this. It's in my genetical features. I amplify through my third eye. They heard I got that roadmap. Capturing niggas like Kodak. Hold back before you fall in the line of fire. My desire, utilize everything I acquire. Higher medicine, thoughts of a veteran. Kixie and his Letterman. Hoes like Letterman, we in this bitch. Bitch, niggas suffer setbacks. Use a wetback. Talking shit, get your head cracked. You heard me, nigga, I said that. I take cats back to the basis. They try to trace this, but we coming from all places. So I speak this so they can indulge on some insight. I've been right, I live bright. You just a dim light. My poetry kinetic, antonym a synthetic. These cats just don't get it. That's why they so pathetic.
Friends prefer to call him just plain God.
Yeah, I whirlwind through cities, influential, scientifical power. My mental violence will shower, devour at a crazy rate.
My thoughts binaural, all my actions feed my aura. Delta waves in my brain as I plead decorum. I got the heater, the one that makes your feet weaker. I'm radiating animosity, teeth speaker. And as you listen, the polyphonics seem to glisten. The switches flipping, the next I put a clip in. Unlike the orders, I make a lot of sense. Mortars, dropping bombs on the beat, making track orders. I'm in the Black Forest writing all the policies, typing up the knowledge and I don't need an apology. I went from 1-3 to 2-4, create another new score. I drop in like a new floor, I flew tours. I'm busting at the enemy, protect another friend of me. I'm saving what I can to be, I'm brave, I have a plan, let's see. I'm off the phonics, I'm diabolical, chronic. I light another up as I think about a few topics.
Yeah, I whirlwind through cities, influential, scientifical power. My mental violence will shower, devour at a crazy rate. Yeah, I whirlwind through cities, influential, scientifical.
Time that I would describe like a $200 Microsoft Kinect that plays mobile games and requires a $90 a year subscription if you want to play more than 5 games. What? Okay, what is this thing? Obviously, we've sourced one and we want to make a video about it, but that's it. The Next Playground crashed the Black Friday hardware charts in the US. Okay, what? Like, what is this thing?
I don't get it, to be honest.
Next
I didn't
Playground.
look enough into this. I knew the like punchline of this article.
The active play system for kids and families.
Like, did it get bundled with something like crazy, or did something happen?
Active games that turn your living... I mean, basically, it's the Wii, then.
Yeah, you just don't have remotes.
Yeah.
It's a Wii, but they went for the Kinect model instead of the
When did
remotes
The
model.
Verge review this? December 12th, 2025. Oh, so no, this is today. So they're also,
probably
like...
reacting to this.
Probably.
So
I don't-
what happened? Did you even know it existed?
How to Train Your Dragon, Riders of the Skies, Bluey Bust-A-Move.
Whoa. Who's behind this company?
PlayPass unlocks the full catalog and delivers new content and updates automatically every month. So how much is PlayPass? It was $90 a year? Wait. Oh, man, just show me a price, brother. What? No, show me a price for the subscription. Learn about PlayPass. Okay, that's what I clicked. Where is the price? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 12 months. Yeah, $90 a year. Or about, what does that work out to? Like $50 over 3 months. So like $15 a month or $17 a month or something like that. Love this for my active little kids. Keeps them moving and so many games to choose from. My 60-year-old dad even plays with them. This is wild. Yeah, it's new Wii. It's someone who figured out that
people actually really liked the Wii.
Yeah. And that everyone forgot why everybody liked the Wii.
Yeah.
We teamed up with the top family brands, Hasbro, Mattel, whatever this is,
I don't know.
Paramount, Sesame Street. This is wild, dude. Like, who are these people?
I started looking into it. It seems like a new company.
Go figure.
Has investments from some tech people and sports giants and stuff, but it's some split offs from places like Apple. But yeah, It seems like a new company. That's wild to be able to jump in and just dunk on Xbox like that with Xbox's basically own thing is nuts. Imagine making a successful thing based off of what is effectively a Kinect and it not being
like
Microsoft.
One of the greatest game console industry failures of all time.
Oof. Let's not call it successful yet. I mean, that's fair, but they're outselling Xbox.
Yeah. And it's a subscription model, so you know they're doing good.
Well, they're outselling Xbox for Black Friday, I should say.
Not overall, necessarily.
Yeah, we don't know.
Don Cabeza says, the Kinect, it sold 25 million units. Says, the Kinect was not a failure at all. The Kinect was the beginning of the end for the Xbox brand, according to their current trajectory right now.
It was bundled, my brother.
It was an attempt to change the paradigm of the Xbox to this like living room, do everything machine.
Like apparently this thing.
They had huge plans for the Kinect. What it ended up being, which was a weird accessory that you could play some dance games with and a handful of experiences and then kind of a cool camera that people could, hack and do neat stuff with later. What it ultimately ended up being was nothing compared to what Microsoft had planned for it. Microsoft tacitly admitted failure of the Kinect when they stopped bundling it with the console. It was supposed to be an integral part of the Xbox. And then after, what was it, a year? Can't remember what it was. They were like,
I don't know.
Well, this isn't working. Forget it.
Just get rid of it entirely.
The Kinect was a failure.
Maladrax in Flipling Chat said the Next had a big in-store display you could play in stores in the US. We played one for a few minutes. So yeah, they just did direct like in-store marketing effectively. And people probably went up and started playing with it and was like, wow, that feels like the Wii again. I would like to take one of those, please. And then bought it.
How much is it again? I actually missed that when I was...
$200. Introductory price of $200.
$200. Wonder what kind of hardware is in it. I mean, we're sourcing one, so we'll answer these
16
questions
gigs
as best
of
we can.
LPDDR4X, 64 gigs of eMMC storage. The graphics are a Male G52 MC4. Okay. Just reading the Wikipedia page. 8-core ARM chip.
ARM taking over the world, boys.
Yep.
Well, good luck, Microsoft.
Wild.
Oh, yeah, our discussion question here is, with the rumors being
Mali.
that... Sorry?
I said male, but apparently it's Mali.
Mali, yeah.
It's a typo on Wikipedia then. MAIL.
Wow, yeah, your dyslexia did not do that to you.
Well, you know why? It's because I read it like 6 times. I'm not even kidding. That's why I was so confident to be like, actually, no, it's male.
Yeah, there you go.
So if it's actually Mali, someone can go do a successful edit there if they want.
Yeah, nice. Let's go. So would you rather have... Okay, hold on. Our question was... if the rumors of Microsoft's next machine being like $1,000 plus PC-like machine are true, what does Xbox even mean anymore? I think it means failure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the Xbox Live stuff, Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which... I understand it has like pretty good value. I don't want anything to do with it at all. And we were an Xbox household.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Totally.
Hard.
Yeah. And I am...
From the OG.
Gone from there.
All right.
We would collect like broken 360s and try to zombie them in together into working ones and all those kinds of, like we were in, and I want nothing to do with it anymore, which is like sad. It's not that I'm not even vindictive. They just lost. Okay. And I don't love services like that, especially for things like games. I would prefer to own my games. So I'm going to keep patronizing Steam and GOG.
Came across this tweet this week. Senator Ruben Gillespie Chair Lena Khan, who explains the dangers of this shady practice. As usual, something that everyone needs to understand and be vigilant about, has the least sexy, least interesting name possible, but we're going to tell you guys about it anyway. I'd actually never heard the term surveillance pricing before, but there's renewed interest in it because the state of New York recently cracked down on it. So examples used of surveillance pricing by the video that Ms. Khan pretty competently hosted, actually, as a video host myself. I think she did a pretty good job.
Nice.
So Princeton Review, she gave this example, charged customers in zip codes with higher percentage Asian populations more for test prep services. Okay. Other tests found or suggested that rideshare apps may charge riders with lower battery life more for the same ride at the same time. San Francisco residents who booked hotels through Expedia were apparently charged up to $500 more per night than people buying the same from less affluent cities. And apparently some internet providers charged the same price for worse internet speeds in poorer neighborhoods. These are we've looked into it, and there is evidence to suggest this is happening / we have confirmed it now. So surveillance pricing, the concept is that by harvesting your personal data or inferring things about you, companies can charge you more for the same services. Some hypothetical examples of surveillance pricing that we might want to be worried about are a parent with a sick child might be charged more for medicine or a thermometer, or somebody needing to travel for a funeral could be charged more for their airfare because they're being surveilled and they know that you've received an email about funeral arrangements, for instance. So good on New York for doing something to kind of crack down on this, but what is really needed is nationwide / more worldwide. How about just, in general, we just not do this legislation that makes this just illegal. I know that it's a common sort of talking point that regulation is bad, and there are many cases where regulation can be bad, but if we just allow the free market to regulate itself, I think it has proven, not just suggested, but proven that it cannot do it. The free market is capable. People think it can.
Yeah.
They actually, with a straight face, say that, and it's actually stupid.
It's regulate itself towards what? Is the
profit
is the problem, and that's exactly it. That's what they will do, which often brings you down to monopolistic practices, or there's a term for it, I don't remember it, but when it's an effective monopoly where everyone's price fixing on the same kind of level, and something that people don't seem to necessarily understand is that you can't do this based on like a restaurant model or something like that, where it's like, oh, your pricing for your burger is too high, I will go down the street. There are issues with that when you get into some of these deep modes where you might need hundreds of thousands, millions, billions of dollars to get into certain industries. It's like, yeah, no, you need to do something about that.
Saunders SC says, is this any different than when eBay offers a discount when you look at something or place it in your cart? Yes. The difference is that we're not talking about a discount. We are talking about increasing the price. based on information about you. So it is one thing if, because, come back to how it would work in the real world. In the real world, I could have my stall at the bazaar, and you could walk in, and you could, be with Emma, and you could look at a necklace, and I could say, "Oh, pretty lady, buy a pretty necklace for the pretty lady, sir. Oh, look how good it looks on her." And he goes to leave, and I go, "I give you $5 off." That's one thing. But it is an entirely separate practice if I have no price tags on anything, and I have like my team of hooligans who go out and pick people's wallets and see how much money's in them and then put it back in, and then I know when they walk in the store, I go, "Ah, sir, affluent sir, oh, this is good. This necklace, $200. You wouldn't want to be seen as cheap in front of the pretty lady." It's a completely different, way scummier thing.
I like Bizarre Linus.
Thank you.
Bizarre Linus is pretty great. Yeah. And I mean, they're doing it based off of things that will probably offend people more than how much money they have in their wallet as well. Like that example of the tutoring or study prep or whatever it was being more expensive in Asian neighborhoods. Like they are doing this based off of any data point they can possibly get. Yep. And they will get those data points.
Yeah, and they're going to have more and more and more as we go. I mean, this is one of the things that I couldn't necessarily have seen coming back when we were talking about the genetic testing. Like the example that I always came up with is like it could affect your insurance premiums and stuff like that. But this is one that absolutely could be impacted by your predisposition for things.
For sure.
Like you could have a completely different pricing model for potentially. Like this could potentially be a thing. We could figure out the human genome enough that you could have a different pricing model for people that you have scouted out and figured out that they have a predisposition to gambling, for instance. And you wouldn't even need to do that with maybe the DNA testing is a bad example of that. But what you could do is you could give someone inflated pricing for things that that they could be predisposed to have a condition for. Like this whole thing is just terrifying.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm looking up like PubMed articles talking about genetic influences on gambling. It seems to be like relatively figured out that there is definitely genetic influences on addiction.
Apparently there's genetic influences on your predisposition to cheating in relationships. Like I'm not going to go as far as to say free will is not a thing, but like...
There's a lot of influences coming from a lot of places.
Bucket of chemicals and electrical impulses? Is that all I am to you?
There is definitely a lot of that chemical stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think you've got some agency, but I do think there's a lot of influences all the time from various things, and it might not be very clear where those influences are coming from, and it can be extremely difficult to resist them.
Eggnog in April says, there's a genetic predisposition on your mom. Nice. Based comeback.
Okay, moving on. Let's get far away from things we deeply don't understand.
Okay. Noctua and Prusa Research have introduced 3D printing filaments in signature Noctua colors.
Heck yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud. All right. Well,
I saw the photo for this, thought it was fake.
That's all I have to say about that.
Heck yeah.
Now you too can print in brown.
McDonald's removes AI-generated ad after backlash. This is an amazing story. McDonald's in the Netherlands put out a festive you can call it festive, I guess, AI-generated holiday ad calling Christmas the most terrible time of the year, which they elaborated on in a statement that it was meant to highlight the stressful moments during Christmas in the Netherlands. The ad features a compilation of unrealistic Christmas events going wrong, like opening your tree and the branches flinging you out of your front window, or Santa and his reindeer causing a traffic jam. Their solution? Wait till January in a McDonald's. The online criticism mostly regarded the use of AI slop replacing genuine human work. Melanie Bridge, the CEO of the studio behind the ad, however, clapped back and said it's about expanding the toolbox. The vision, the taste, the leadership, that will always be human. And further defended their ad, claiming the hours that went into this job far exceeded a traditional shoot. Why then? Why? 10 people, 5 weeks, full time. Discussion question: Is AI the solution to accomplishing shoots like this with limited resources? If the AI shots didn't include people, would that make it more acceptable?
Okay, so first up, 5 weeks full time would not be nearly enough to do that shoot with people. Because what about all the extras? Like, what about all of the human like, never mind the editors and storyboarders and director and camera operators.
No, 10 people, 5 weeks full time.
Yeah, I know, still. 10 people, 5 weeks full time, bullshit.
Okay, yeah, sure. I thought you were saying there was 5 weeks full time of total hours put in.
Oh, no, sorry.
10 times that.
No,
but
like, with all the logistics involved, with that many shots, I can tell you as someone who does video things, there's no way that they could make that exact commercial. Like, there would have had to be, like,
so I'm not sure,
CGI work. Like, no, there's no way. Yeah. Absolutely freaking no way.
Well, they're not saying making that exact video. They're saying making a 44-second McDonald's ad.
Sure, but like...
No, like that was specifically their point.
Okay.
I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just saying. They weren't saying they would make this exact
far
video.
Exceeded a traditional shoot. Okay, so what's their defense then? That they paid more labor hours than they would have, but they got a better commercial.
That they didn't use it to like cut the effort, I guess. Which, like, what a whiff if that's the case. Because what was the benefit? It doesn't look particularly good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. As far as like commercials go, I actually thought it was kind of cute. Like, I don't look at it and go, this commercial is so bad I couldn't watch it.
There are definitely things that they did in this that are pretty normal for commercials like this, like the cookie talking in the oven.
Yeah.
There's like for sure ad campaigns that have had that, and that would be very expensive to do and definitely take more time, like you were saying.
Yep. I don't know, man. I can also fully understand why people are mad about it, because there is definitely stuff that doesn't look professional, like the way the cat jumps on the tree and the physics are completely wrong. It sucks. Have I just given up to the point where I'm accepting this garbage? Is that what's happening?
There was parts of this that was just so unnecessarily AI, which is strange. I'm wondering if the studio that did it is like an AI studio and they're shoehorning it into things. Because like there's stuff here that like it's just so unnecessary. Like the cookie, okay, I can understand you like saving a bunch of time by having AI animate a talking cookie instead of doing it yourself. But there's a lot of stuff that's just, why? If you just did it normally, it would have looked better and taken less time. Sick. This is very weird.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It's very clear that this is going to happen. I am honestly surprised that McDonald's even pulled it down, though. Like what? Coke did one last year, and then their new one, they did it again. They just didn't have humans in it, which is like completely missing the point. And is anyone even mad about Cokes this year?
I'm not sure. Coca-Cola 2025. Let's see.
Tim's got an interesting take. I just don't care. It's an ad. I'm never going to watch the ad anyway.
Nice. Okay, I mean, I think people might not like it that much. One of the top comments on the video with 22,000 upvotes is the most profitable commercial in Pepsi's history. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, but it's also pretty...
it also got 1.6 million views.
It's also pretty echo chambery.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's been interesting, over the last, let's say, week or two, seeing how self-important some communities can think that they are and how influential
for sure
they might think that they are. Like, you look at Reddit, for instance. Something can front page Reddit, with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of upvotes. But what are the odds? Like, think about it. What are the odds if you went to the park by your house and talked to somebody there?
That they'd have any idea what the heck is
they would
going
have
on.
any idea about any of it.
Yeah, it's
functionally zero.
As someone who tries to not be, but is a little bit too chronically online, I have to remind myself of this sometimes. And I had a very recent conversation where someone was talking about how something is like such a hot button issue and you have to be careful about it. And I was like, I don't think so with practically anyone, unless you are extremely chronically online.
Like a perfect example.
People have no idea what you're talking about.
Like a perfect example of that would be like the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're chronically online, and especially if you exist within certain communities or counter communities,
yes,
it's like
then you'll know about it.
It's like a major like it's a culture war thing, right? But if one of the kids if one of my kids' friends comes over and I'm like, oh, what do you think of Harry Potter? They're just like, oh, I love Harry Potter. Like, they don't know about any of that.
Have no clue what's going on.
I talk to their parents, like, oh yeah, your kid says they like Harry Potter. They're like, oh yeah, Harry Potter, the lightning bolt thing, with the scar, right? Like, they don't care. They don't know that they don't care.
Yeah. There's other things going on. They got other things to care about.
And
your feeds are so heavily algorithmic that you probably still are out of the loop on so many things. Because, like, I remember there was a thread on Reddit recently about how YouTube unlisted all of their rewinds.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I remember being on YouTube back in the day. And, like, if there was something big happening on YouTube, as someone who went to YouTube, you would just know that. But now, we were talking before the show, there was a creator in our space with over 1 million subscribers that neither of us had ever heard of.
Yeah.
Because they made a type of content in our space that we just wouldn't happen to come across.
Alyssa Jean Puppy says, if a person behind a franchise spends all their money on wanting to stop making me exist, I think boycotting is really the least you could do. My point...
We're not saying anything about that.
My point wasn't what people should or shouldn't do. My point was that they don't know.
Yes. That is the only point.
You can't care about something that you literally don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that we often live in echo chambers and in communities where the issues that are very important to us, like, like what would be an example that would be like a really tech community? Like, okay, what percentage of people, if you went to the mall, right, and you went and talked to somebody, what percentage of people there would know that DDR memory is expensive?
Pricing. Yeah. And the impact of that on the world.
Of the ones who knew, what percentage of them would be impacted? Like, out of computer enthusiasts, so you've got your total population, right? Then you've got your like tech enthusiast bubble. And then within that bubble, you've got the people who are actually shopping for a new computer right now, who are actually spending money right now. And then, like, that's it. It's this tiny little fraction. And so, yeah, there's people who are very mad, who are following this whole AI thing, and particularly, generative AI video, and out of that, the people who sort of care about the replacement of labor of the cinematographers and the actors and the writers and all the people who would have otherwise worked on this. And I think it's just like, yeah, you could probably easily find, what did that video, what did that top comment have? Like 20,000, 22,000 upvotes.
Yeah.
Those 22,000 people, they matter. Those are living, breathing souls with blood coursing through their veins.
And they're also an incredibly tiny percentage of the global population. Alyssa Jean Puppy, hopefully I said that right, said in Floatplane chat, okay, but J.K. Rowling is all over the news about that. At least in the UK, which is just another version. She's not over here because she's not from over here. She's from over there.
And she's not trying to influence legislation over here. And we're aware because we're terminally online.
Yeah.
But but you got a geographical filter.
We're not trying.
Then you've got a keeps up with the news filter. Then you've got a cares about this issue filter. And then you've got a even remembers it filter. There's so many layers until you get down to what can be a very large number of people.
And especially over the last decent amount of years, there's been a lot of difficulty going around, and
yeah,
people might be struggling to survive at all themselves, and the issues that applied very directly to them is going to be what's important to them when they're fighting for survival all the time. They have to deal with their own problems, right? They have to put their mask on first, and it's tough, but
Cato-esque asks, so then do people outside the US think Elon Musk is great then? A lot of people think Elon Musk is pretty great. That's the whole point we're trying to make.
Don't care at all.
Or just don't care at all. Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Incredible amount of people in the world that don't even know who he is.
Yes. That's a thing. I know. It seems crazy, right? In our tech sphere, right? How could anyone in the tech sphere not have heard of the Techno King as he self-proclaimed himself to be a number of years back, right?
In D260 said there are idiots through the whole world. We're not saying they're idiots.
No. That's not what we're saying at all. Some of them might be.
The fact is that education is a problem? No.
No, that's not what we're saying at all. We're saying that there's a whole wide world out there with many, many interests and many, many priorities, and not everybody shares them. And in this algorithmically curated world that we live in,
you might literally just never see it.
And we may, and that is in a lot of ways by design. On the platforms, what percentage of subreddits that exist do you imagine you've been personally exposed to? Dude, I've been kind of hooked on r/all over the last week. I try not to get too into the Reddit black hole.
r/what?
All.
Oh.
Just and it's just it is realistically a handful. Am I the asshole? PCMR shows up there every once in a while. Comics shows up a fair bit. There's it's probably over the span of a week, several dozen subreddits that contribute to the majority of the vastly uploaded or upvoted content on the site. But there are what is it up to? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands?
I have no
idea. Are we at millions of subreddits? How many subreddits are there?
3.8 million.
What percentage of them do you
as
think
of
you've
11
been exposed
months ago? 3.8 million as of 11 months ago.
So, and yeah, Len, or however I pronounce this in Floatplane chat says, y'all just got to ignore this stuff. I never get to see it, and I'm so happy I don't have to. My feed is just cool stuff and DIY.
And that's also
that's exactly our point.
For people that are terminally online, it is somewhat surprising to hear that a ton of people have recognized that being constantly dialed into everything that is happening in the world, and how the fact that the further we move away from local news and we move closer to global news, and back in the day you could have a newspaper that's talking about the fair that's happening in town, so there isn't going to be all that much really horrible things because you're centralized to a smaller area.
Yeah, it was a different kind of bubble. It was a more geographical bubble.
Yeah. When you're now looking at more global news and you look at the news that's going to float to the top, it's going to be the most rage-baiting, crazy, horrible things possible because that's what's going to get more views. So you're only going to get news about all of the most horrible possible things happening. And it's really bad in a lot of ways for your brain. That doesn't mean that not being that dialed in is, for example, an education problem or an ignorance problem or being stupid.
I mean, it's literally an ignorance problem, but
Sure.
but maybe not a problem. It literally is ignorance.
In a negative way, yeah. It might be ignorance, but not necessarily an ignorance problem. To certain people, they don't want to be exposed to that pipeline of extreme constant negativity because it can be bad for you, or it's just, they got other stuff going on.
I76969Hex says people should be informed. Noble sentiment.
How many things do you not know about? You're speaking English. Do you know everything that's happening in China right now?
I don't.
Like,
I know Hassan's Billy stream got turned off. Which is pretty
sure. do you know? I don't know. There's so many layers to that, and like your level of knowledge does not mean that everyone else's level of knowledge is inferior. There are an incredible amount of things that I know nothing about that I'm sure are incredibly important. And I have no clue.
Yeah. And again, like, we're not trying to argue that that's the way it should be. That ain't the argument. We're just pointing out that that is how it is. Not everyone cares about AI or AI slop. Or
the amount of people that are just totally ignoring and don't care about that at all is
super high,
very high.
And the number of people who are like, yeah, let's go, also very high.
Yes,
and that is fact. Sorry.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to do a shirt over this? Sorry, AI is a thing. Like
Oh man.
Because I'll do a shirt. I don't mind. I could do trust me, bro. AI is the thing. Hashtag #AdBlock is piracy. We'll combine all the scandals.
It's like, sorry, the things that you do know are probably less important than the myriads of things that you don't.
Ooh. Wow, that's Okay, in other news, what the heck is this? Facebook and Malwarebytes. Okay? I recorded this on my computer. Okay? Here we go. So I got my OBS interface here. Here we go. I got this email from Facebook. Okay? And I was a little irritated. Wow, this quality, though.
This is really blurry.
One moment, please.
It's actually not just my eyes this time.
There we go. Okay. Right. So I was told that a post from 2015 was flagged for copyright infringement. Okay, so I clicked through and I made my way over to our... Oh, no. Right. Hold on. Okay, let's get the story right. So I got an email from Facebook asking me about some feature. And I was trying to figure out how to turn off emails from Facebook about all of their page management nonsense. There was no unsubscribe. There was no, because I don't want to block every email, because occasionally, because it's for the page manager email, like occasionally they might send me something about my payment method being wrong or something. So I can't just block emails from Facebook. So I'm like, okay, there's no way to unsubscribe to this. There's no link to the interface where I can change my contact settings. So I clicked through to my Facebook page to try to figure out where the heck in the interface I was supposed to disable this stupid email notifying me of some stupid feature that I don't care about. The first thing that came up was that I had a copyright claim against a post from 10 years ago. Okay, so here we go. All right, so let's watch this. Here's what happened so far. No one else can see your post because it was reported for copyright. Okay, so here are my options. Oh yeah, I went back to the beginning. No one else can see your post because it was reported for copyright infringement. This is the post. Lifetime Malwarebytes for $20 on Amazon US. Go. And it's a link to a tweet. Okay, I don't see how that could infringe on anyone's copyright.
That actually sounds awesome. I kind of wish I did that.
10 years ago, who cares? So I click it. I'm like, okay, so it's a link to an Amazon search for Malwarebytes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I click continue. Who could possibly care about this? Malwarebytes corporate holdco, or their authorized representative, managed to find a post from 10 years ago.
Well, they crawled it.
Well, right, but why? Who cares? And also, what are you talking about? How does it infringe your copyright? Okay, so anyway, we don't allow content that whatever, so I can accept the decision, I can submit an appeal, or I can contact Malwarebytes corporate holdco. I think I'm about to dox Malwarebytes corporate holdco. So yeah, there's their email address and phone number. Anyway, submit an appeal. Nothing happens. Go to form. Go to form. Go to form. Hello? It doesn't open another window. Nothing. It doesn't do anything else. Go to form.
Strategic bugs. I like it.
What the heck is this? What is going on right now? So here's the email from Facebook. How do I start a fan challenge? Blah, 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 blah. No, unsubscribe. I'm fairly certain that this email is illegal in Canada. Like, what is it? What is it? Can spam again? There is
can spam.
I have not opted into this. I went into my Facebook notification settings later. Actually, yeah, I think it was after I turned off the screen recording. I have everything that I can find turned off. And they sent me this bullshit from a stupid, like, Malwarebytes claiming copyright infringement that I can't appeal. I don't even care. I don't need a 10-year-old post on Facebook. It's just, how is this so broken? No, I'm not getting phished. It goes to actual Facebook. What the heck? That's all. That's all I have to say about that. I was in between rounds at my badminton ladder going through my email. I was like, what is this? I don't know how to deal with this right now.
That's very annoying.
What I do know how to deal with is a big shout out to the LTT Forum folding team. We had a record-breaking event, folding month 8. In total, the team produced over 230 billion points. That's nearly 3 times last year's total. We had 369 participants, nice. And user Stobin demolished the previous record of 6 billion points and earned 112 billion points. I don't know exactly what that means. Oh, the previous record was 6 and it was 112. Wow. Special thanks to Livin, Mr. Chukotay. Yeah, Pancrase.
Yeah.
Sulamate, Jawa Juice, Brickcider, Dogwitch, and an anonymous forum member for donating a total of 55 prizes to the event. Additionally, 20 participants will be walking away with a $100 LTT store gift card. Justin Miller, a scientist from the Bowman Lab at the University of Pennsylvania, was very impressed by the total simulation time that the LTT, or that Folding at Home contributed, of 8.6 milliseconds during November. He said, that sounds like a small amount of time, but that is a ton for the types of motions that we like to study, and roughly 2 to 3 orders of magnitude more than most simulation-focused papers tend to have on their own.
Nice.
So massive thank you to everyone who participated. Cool. The final rankings and Justin's complete summary can be found in the final blog at, this link. Dan, do you want to throw the link in the various chats? But basically here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super cool. Heck yeah, folding month. And I think we've got just one more topic before we get to After Dark. The world's first flying car! Oh. Here it is! Well, it's a flying car. The world's first flying car is now being handmade in California. And this right here, see all the dust and see all like the air being blown up, is exactly why I think I'm convinced that this is, pardon the pun, never going to take off.
Yeah. I mean, it's been the argument, you know?
Aleph Aeronautics, a U.S. startup, has started building its electric flying car, the Model A, by hand in California, becoming the first company to put a drive and fly car into production. The flying car can drive on regular roads and can take off vertically to fly with around a 220-mile driving and 110-mile flying range. Apparently, the startup has already received 3,500 pre-orders, which is a lot considering that the flying car is expected to start at around $300,000. But there are a couple of small problems that are not included in our notes that are kind of hilarious. as cool as it would be to dunk on the Cybertruck by literally flying over it.
It looks so sketchy. Have you watched this?
Yes, I have.
I just watched it. It looks so sketchy. And the wheels are so thin. It's like, oh man. I feel like they just put like a fiberglass frame on a like high carrying capacity drone.
A detail that was overlooked is that at this time, it can only take off from and land at airports. So, like, what is the fucking point of it? The whole idea behind flying car, like the whole connotation of car is that you park it at your house and you like drive it to work, or you go get groceries and you like park at your house again.
You could drive to the airport and then not like have to get out and get into a plane. You could drive to the airport and then just take off from the airport. That sounds pretty great. You can drive 220 miles with a 110-mile flight range. Wow, so it's only half the... That's actually...
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Less than a year later... I haven't seen it drive. Have you seen it drive? Is there a video of it driving? I've only seen it somewhat sketchily fly.
I don't think I've seen it drive. As soon as I found out that it's slow, has crappy range, is expensive, has all the issues of any other personal flying vehicles, with the big one being, I forget what it's called, washout or something like that. Basically, the displacement of air that they need is so big, and the propellers that they can accommodate for any kind of VTOL functionality are so small that they have this like tiny cone that basically blows away anything anywhere near them. Like, there is, with the laws of physics being what they are, as far as I can tell, no reasonable path to driving one of these from your front driveway to your parking lot at work. They would blow so much crap around on the parking lot that you'd be denting and scratching everyone's car that you're anywhere near. People would hate it. They're so loud. Much larger propellers can help with the high-pitched noise and all of that, but you still have to deal with all that air displacement in order to lift this like hundreds of pounds vehicle plus whatever people and cargo that you want to carry in it. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Or you could buy a really nice, really sweet car to drive to the airport and then get in your own just like experimental craft.
That thing looks pretty sick.
What's the side impact crash rating on this flying car?
For sure, just nothing. The crumple zone is you.
Like, come on.
You are expected to crumple
your
along with
bones.
the car. Yeah.
It's just gonna
will absorb the impact.
It's just gonna hit the batteries. Yeah, sure. Like, come on.
Oh, very fun, very cool, very good.
Looks cool.
Very
they go
nice.
out of their way, it seems, to make it really hard to see how skinny chicken these
dude, they're
tires are.
They're so narrow.
Oh man.
Yeah, you can see them there.
Yeah. They look like wheelbarrow tires.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this is
damn, dude.
Yeah, this is.
You said they got pre-orders?
Apparently.
That's the craziest part to me.
That's what it says in the notes. I mean,
working on this is cool. I actually have no issue with that at all.
Okay, so we just had a huge, long conversation with the audience about ignorance. Remember? Not everybody is an engineer. And a lot of people would think, oh, well, you know, they got, I forget what body they got approval from, but they like are making progress to this being a product that they actually ship. And so if I heard that they got their, airworthiness certification from the FAA, they got an airworthiness certification.
That's huge.
That's huge, right? So I'd be like, oh yeah, flying car. I see this picture. I go, I mean, what? Yeah, $300,000. I mean, that's only 10 times the price of a car that doesn't fly. right? That it has so many more degrees of freedom.
That's so good.
Honestly, if they just never released this video, I feel like they'd do better.
Well, they've been doing pretty good up till now. They got their pre-orders, and yeah, not everybody's an engineer. So, yeah, I could see people pre-ordering it if they just don't do the math. Like, it wasn't until, for me too, that I came across like a really good article. I wish I could find it so that I could bring it up. I read it and then I like kind of lost it and then I never saw it again. But it was a really good article that basically kind of walked me through the math of how this is just like kind of f***ing impossible. And they're like, at the end of it, they're like, look, don't short it because, you know, you can't stay, they'll stay irrational longer than you'll stay solvent or whatever. Like, yeah. I'm not saying you should like short these companies and try and make a bunch of money on their downfall or whatever. I'm just saying, don't invest in them. Don't pre-order this stuff because this ain't happening. This is not happening. I'm like, oh, okay, bummer. Because that would be awesome. Like, I'd be so down.
I hope that, you know, they got their flight worthiness thing, whatever. I hope that it ends up being awesome because, like, why not?
Yeah.
That video
wasn't awesome.
Does not make it look good. But hey, I mean, all power to them. Good luck. Oh, cool.
Hilarious.
Have fun. Is that it? After Dark?
I think it's time for After Dark.
Nice.
Mr. Daniel Besser, hit us.
Let me just get the banner and the button.
Oh yeah, not financial advice. Just throwing that out there.
Always got to throw that out there. Okay, let's see what we've got today. Hey dudes, aside from YouTube, which single company's sudden shutdown would have the most immediate detrimental impact on LMG? Which would be the most beneficial?
A beneficial shutdown. I don't know if there's anyone. We're all about partnerships. I don't think there's anyone that I would look at and go, yeah, them shutting down would be highly beneficial to us. Would be beneficial.
I usually see the
the competitor maybe, but I don't really see us as having competitors in a traditional sense.
I usually see, especially the space we're in, not all spaces, but the space we're in, as rising tide lifts all ships.
Yeah, me too.
I think the more people that are interested in tech will help all of us. And if other people in the tech space are making good content, I think that will help us, not hurt us.
Yeah,
I've always seen it that way.
I mean, this is really interesting. So the timing of the release of that interview that I did with John, I was talking in the interview about how our viewership has kind of struggled lately, right? But I did that interview a couple of months ago. And so obviously there's a ton of comments on the interview with people giving me their brilliant ideas for what I can do to fix my channel, or how talking about how it's all because Alex and Andy are gone, or whatever the case may be, right? But what people don't bother to do is check and see if there's any truth whatsoever to their hypothesis. And to be clear, I'm not saying that, that I don't love working with Alex and Andy or whatever, but we've actually had a nice little resurgence lately, and we are back to the kinds of numbers that we were doing, earlier this year, / before the recent dip. Like, in fact, we're quite a bit higher than that now. We're tracking to do probably more like 80 million views for December, it looks like. So that's back up at a level that's sort of closer to sort of November of last year. Like, there tends to be there's a seasonality to it to a degree.
Yes.
Right? So we are higher than probably in the next month. We'll be higher than probably about, eyeballing this, 70% of the months of the past 18. So thank you for your, advice and your analysis of, why LMG is failing or whatever the case may be. But we're not failing. And a big part of why we don't fail is we are constantly looking inward, looking outward, figuring out, what it is that we need to do differently. How can we generate excitement? How can we elevate our content? How can we optimize our processes? And the answers are always going to be different in an ever-changing world that is competitive, even if I don't see other YouTubers or other media outlets as competitors. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And we've had great people leave, and we will have great people leave, and we
we'll
will have great people join.
Yes.
And
then leave. That is happening right now. And you know what's another normal thing? For there to be times of unusual strife.
Yeah.
That's also normal,
Yes.
even if it is abnormal. And so
It's
there
normal
will
to
be
have times of abnormality.
There will be future times when, you know what, we might hire a lot. There will be future times when we might have a lot of turnover. There will be future times when our content is not performing well. And there will be future times when our content is performing really well. And all of that is just part of the natural ebbs and flows of running a business in a fast changing world.
Maybe Steam will release, or Valve will release, a bunch of hardware all at once.
Yeah, that was nice.
Let's go.
What a Christmas present that was for us.
Yeah.
It was encouraging, right? Because it's not like
No, it totally was.
It's not like I'm immune to, feeling a lack of confidence sometimes, right? Like, I see the content not performing, and I go like, do I even got this anymore? I'm always asking myself that. And then someone does me the like bare minimumist favor of releasing some hardware that's interesting, and we get like 4 million views on one of them, and like 4.5 on the other, 3.5, and 4.5,
3.8 and 4.8 right now.
Yeah, something like that. And I'm just like, oh, okay, no, I still do know how to do this. I did those videos in like 2 hours each.
Just the Steam machine won't cost what you think. Got 2.6.
Yeah,
like
it was a good video.
Just cool, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
sweet.
I think not just I think we've still got it. I do think that we have. I mean, you guys were even talking about this before the video, before we started WAN shows, just like looking at some of the process bloat and stuff.
We have,
we have problems.
There's gonna need to be some work done on kind of addressing how things flow through the company and
I think so
and stuff. And it's just we've existed for so many years at this point, and we've kind of always just built. There hasn't really been a lot of removing things, cutting back on certain things, trying to see, hey, if we cut out a bunch of processes here, what
would happen?
Yeah, because sometimes like there's process that was originally designed to help solve problems, which due to misuse or rot or improper initial creation actually just creates more problems. Creates more cycles for people to have to do, especially cycles that suck and they don't want to do ever. That is like absolutely a thing that happens. So we have things to address, but we're working on it. And that's normal, especially as far as my understanding goes, when companies get to around this size.
Yeah.
Like this ends up being a major problem when companies get around the 100+-ish size, which is exactly where we're at.
Everything changes.
Yeah. So this all makes sense.
And there will continue to be change. Someone asked, here we go. Capture the Bomb asks, speaking of ebbs and flows, how's the badminton club doing? I don't know, you tell me. Here's a live feed. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Got some people playing some badminton all up in this booth.
How embarrassing would it be to just biff right now?
No, they'll be fine. They're solid players, actually. It's a good club. This is one of those ones where like it was a passion project that like was never really like intended to make money, and it's still a little more complicated than like I'm making money, see, so yo world, I hope you're ready for me, now gather round. It's not quite that, right? But it's,
I wish I was a little bit taller.
That yes, but
oh, I honestly wasn't even memeing that. I just
no. Well, that's the different artist, different song. I was Humpty Dance, like totally different.
To like that song. It's fine.
Okay, the point is that we kind of accidentally a good sports facility that's actually doing really well. Like there's probably
we're just accidentally a successful business.
Yeah, there's probably a solid like 60 people in there right now. There's people in the concession. There's some people hanging out in the lounge. There's people in the retail shop.
Hey, is the concession like a thing yet?
No, But we do have those
Like a
cool,
vending
like
machine?
Japanese style, like hot food
those
vending
are
machines.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, so Smash Champs will use them except when there's Whaleland.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is there any progress on having an actual concession?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the managers feel extremely strongly that we need to have a steam room and a sauna. I'm really not sure that I agree that's that important, but we also want to put in some more showers. We only have a couple right now.
Showers I could see.
We should add more. I think that a steam room and sauna is a very optional thing for a badminton club, but
yeah.
I basically told them, look, you're allowed to put it in as long as it doesn't cost any of our floor area. If you don't use up floor plate, then like if you can put them above the showers at the back or something like that, I'm open to it. But they pitched me like splitting up the gym and putting that at the back and putting the like sauna, steam room, shower stuff like upstairs. I was like, no, we are not doing that. A gym is a way more relevant thing to a badminton club than that.
I can see people wanting to do sauna. Doing sauna after physical activity is pretty sick.
Sure.
But yeah, if you could just try to make it additive if possible. Also, the concession will help money for sure.
Yes, no,
At a
actually.
place where people are constantly exercising.
I heard that other clubs that have tried to do them, it's been break even at best. So we may be better off. I think we get a pretty narrow margin on those vending machines, but we may actually be better off with the vending machines. So
interesting.
TBD. Oh, whoops, I bumped that.
Interesting. I do know, as far as my understanding goes, you usually have to make the concession like actually pretty good, and then it ends up also getting things like Uber Eats orders.
Interesting.
Because it's actually very rare that you can get like actually pretty well like balanced meals on Uber Eats. So like
I could see that.
Gold's Gym in Langley has like a
protein shake.
Yeah, and also some like wraps and stuff, but they're like more protein heavy.
Oh,
and
that's
like
cool.
They don't have high sugar counts and all that other kind of stuff. So like if you did like, it's a badminton gym, so there's things that like, you know.
We could do a smash burger.
I think that's pretty far from the point I was trying to make.
But it's great for the branding.
But it is great for the branding. It is absolutely. Like something, I mean, I would personally appreciate, I don't know if this is the right fit for Smash Champs, probably not necessarily, but I think it maybe should be, is if you had like a protein shake kind of thing and it had like 5 grams creatine. I think that would be sick. It's hard to get. Boosted Juice does it, but there aren't that many other places that do. So like I think there are ways to make it make sense, but I think you have to kind of open up the interest in that, where it's not necessarily just the badminton club that would be interested in it.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. There would be... The thing is, like, you have to find someone to kind of spearhead that, right? And right now we're busy figuring out how to run a sports facility. We haven't even been open to the pub. We've been open a year, but we haven't been taking money for a year. So we've been like soft open, but our grand opening was less than a year ago. So we still have a lot of little things to figure out. Yeah, I realized, the numbers I was showing before didn't look like we were tracking up that much, but last 30 days, 85 million. Yeah, so that's actually like quite up there with our top months over the last 18. So 75. It's like almost on par with like August 2024. So we're tracking back up, and we'll track back down.
Yep.
And that's okay. Okay, we'll survive. We will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to tech, I know I'll stay alive. Dan, hit me.
Hello, my parasocial friends.
Oh, hi there.
I'm not a Floatplane subscriber because I already have 2 similar subscriptions, and my brain refuses to let me have another. Do any of you have arbitrary rules like this?
Oh, tons.
I don't think that's arbitrary. I think limiting the number of subscriptions you have is
totally fair.
Totally not arbitrary. I mean, the 2, I guess, is an arbitrary number, but I think 2 is a pretty good number.
Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable
I
to me.
really don't. I probably have... I think I have 1. I'm not even trying to
You
flex.
have Netflix?
Nope.
No Netflix. Oh, that's right. You ditched it a while back.
Long time ago.
What do you have then?
YouTube
Oh, yeah,
Premium.
just YouTube Premium. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
My company got hacked last month through a 0-day exploit in CenterStack.
Bummer.
It looks like we paid the ransom for the encryption key.
Ooh.
Have you guys known anyone who has paid? What is the process?
I haven't.
I actually don't.
Yeah, right. Phew. Yeah, good call. Good. Who's there?
Scammers.
Fuck you, man! Get out of here!
No! I've been here for months.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know anything about the process. Bummer. Sorry to hear that.
Hey. Hi, LLD. Linus, do you still daily drive a 7900 XTX? What's your take on where RDNA 3 is headed after being missing in Wednesday's Redstone announcement?
I mean, this is kind of classic AMD. I think for the most part they do their best to support their older products, but like they are a much smaller company than NVIDIA. Still, even after all the success that they've had on the CPU and the APU side. I'm not surprised by it. The 7900 XT just does not have the neural processing to do what they would want it to do with FSR Redstone. As far as I can tell, I'd love to be wrong, but it just doesn't really seem like it. And yes, I'm still daily driving it in my PC upstairs, but I've actually been doing more than half of my gaming on my PC downstairs, because that's like where my kids are usually sitting, and Yvonne doesn't game, so I would either be sitting by myself upstairs, or if I was streaming, I would be upstairs, but I haven't streamed in like forever, so yes, it's still in my main machine, but I haven't been gaming on it as my like primary card for a little while.
Hi, LLD. My partner and I are combining our skills to go into business together. My question for Linus is, was there anything you should have discussed with Yvonne before working together?
Oh, yeah. I think something that we, even to this day, are not perfectly aligned on is where's the endpoint? What is the target we're trying to hit? And I think that having that agreement, especially if you're going into business with, it sounds like a romantic partner, having that agreement in place is going to be critical to maintaining harmony in your relationship. Because if one of you has the goal of, achieving a better work-life balance by running your own business and being able to set your own hours, and one of you has the goal of conquering the world and taking, the business sphere by storm, then it's going to be hard to agree when you've achieved success because you both have completely different goals. And talk about that.
Yeah.
Mary, Linus, Luke, and Dan.
Hey, Mary Pippin.
Yeah. I like that.
What about second Mary?
Lord of the Rings is based.
I'm looking to... Wow, hot take there, Luke.
I'm bringing the spicy ones.
Yeah, you're really going to piss off a lot of the community with that one.
No offense, but I thought the Lord of the Rings was pretty okay. I'm looking to introduce my mother to a new video game this holiday season. Any recommendations with good story that would be easy to learn for the elderly?
The elderly.
I feel like games are getting harder, not easier.
Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, and I'm not typecasting because it's grandma. Those are just like Animal Crossing in particular. I know was widely accepted by a non-gaming audience. I think Stardew Valley is also a potentially lower lift in regards to non-gaming audience. Outside of that, I think very narrative heavy games. If you try to think of the types of games where people would enjoy chilling on the couch while you play because it's like fun to watch, and then you pair that with they're not mechanically overly difficult. I suspect that would work pretty well.
Promorta says Guitar Hero. Yeah, how about not?
Bent Bob said Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, which is
get out.
Not gonna go super well. Pankrat's a good suggestion. Telltale games. Just a bunch of different Telltale games are all probably decent. If there's something in the Telltale games universe that fits their fancy, then that might be a good way to go.
I mean, there's Soma. You can turn the enemies off.
Can you actually?
Just
turn them off?
Yeah. Huh. That would be fun. The last one I have for you today is, hi LLD. Is there any early stage or emerging tech you're particularly excited about?
I mean, the emerging tech is like all robotics and AI, right? That's kind of the big
AR
one.
glasses.
Yeah, AR glasses are pretty cool. I don't know if the thing I tried today was embargoed, but it was cool.
Neat. I am scared about the current direction of AR glasses, but I'm hoping
more
that
AI.
And the people who are winning right now.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm hoping that
winning hard.
It's like actually kind of weird.
What the heck? We didn't do the second set of sponsors. Hold that thought.
Beans.
The show is brought to you today by Proton. It's becoming somewhat more common for messaging apps to use end-to-end encryption. Why isn't that the standard with your email? Well, the folks over at Proton designed Proton Mail with your privacy in mind. It's an email service that automatically uses end-to-end zero-access encryption, ensuring that only you can access your emails. And if you're already using another service like Google, porting over is just a few clicks away. Proton Mail will even notify you if your email address or other personal information has found its way onto the dark web. Take that security one step further with unlimited email aliases, which allows you to protect your primary inbox from spam. You can check out Proton Mail totally free, and hey, if you love it, you can always upgrade to their other services down the line. Go to proton.me/WAN and start protecting your information today. The show is also brought to you by Odd Pieces. How many times has someone been given a gift on Christmas just to go hide in their room and play with their new gizmos and gadgets? That's not family time. Isn't the point of the holiday season to come together and connect? Like a puzzle. Get it? Connect like a puzzle.
That's pretty good.
Connect like a camera connected to your game console. No, it doesn't matter. The point is, Odd Pieces is a puzzle that, as it's assembled, will tell you a story. So you'll have an image that takes place before, and then the puzzle itself is going to be what happens after, a few seconds later. So characters will shift, events will unfold. It's kind of like watching a bunch of little stories happen in real time. Okay, take like 2 seconds to mention they sent you a puzzle you did with your kids. Yeah, it was this one. I did this one with my kids. It was lots of fun. It comes with the puzzle itself. There's some comics. There's like a fun like a kind of checklist that you can do to find fun things. So you can do kind of like a hidden picture, or not hidden picture, but like a find the thing game, whatever. I don't know what they're called. The point is, it was more fun than just doing a regular puzzle because there was actually something to do with it at the end. And it's a great way to get the family involved in one activity this Christmas or New Year's. So if you're ready for a puzzle like no other, get 15% off your first order using our link in the video description. What was that? Okay, cool. Neat. Thank you, Proton. And
it's about family.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
That's a meme.
It is.
You're probably not chronically online enough to know the meme. Wow. It's
Fast in the Family.
It references
Fast
back.
in the Family.
CatOS, by the way.
Drive car.
CatOS did a really great reminder. lmg.gg/newegg. We're doing a check. B580s.
Can you get the... What? Is there one under MSRP?
$239. Another one down here, $239.
What's our affiliate link again?
lmg.gg/newegg.
lmg.gg/newegg.
And I'm pretty sure these are going to still have that bundle,
Do they still have the deal?
right?
Do they have the deal? No, there's no deal.
I don't see.
They don't have the game bundle.
I thought it was supposed to still be running though.
It's always while quantities last. We probably sold them all last week.
Got it. Okay.
Like, I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, because I just see 3D Mark with this, which is definitely not Battlefield 6 and whatever the other games were.
Like, here, check this out. I bet if I go to like a lesser known retailer or something, they will probably have it. Yeah, see? So like Canada Computers gift code redemption. Because the promo is still running, but I talked about this last week.
Is that a Canadian promo? Because I'm looking at specifically the America.
Well, I don't know any America retailers that are not Newegg, so it'd be hard for me to check. But if they still had smaller retailers, then I pretty much guarantee that while supplies last, they would have stock of the promo, because Newegg did run out of them and then they did restock them. So they have a cost, right? Like Intel has to buy more copies of these games, so they don't just run them for forever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you know what else doesn't run forever?
This show.
That's a good guess. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.
Oh.
I'm the motherfucking underdog. Yeah, 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 I'm the motherfucking. Hold up, I'm about to spit it real quick. Tell me why all these basic bitches on my dick. I don't want none of that, already been a hella back. I can see it in your eyes and ain't nobody taking that down. Come on, I'm feeling you, feeling me. Is you as chill as me? I guess we'll chill and see. Into that feeling right now, it's killing me, but it's all willingly. And I'll hold it down, whip it out and I'll whip it down. Lick it up and I'll take it down. Fuck with it like who's this now? Show your face when you're in the crowd. Listen to it while you puff that loud. Now your mind is all in the cloud. Fuck with it like who's this now? Can we get down to business, right? Only us left in this spotlight. Eternity all in just one night. Taking off now, we're in mid-flight. See into you like x-ray sight. Bleeding through you, but it's alright. No one can see us at these heights. I know everything gon' be alright. Alright. Underdog. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking underdog. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking underdog. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking underdog. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking. All the big dogs looking at me like, who the fuck is this young buck coming up the cut with the cut gut? Goddamn, they know who I am, not just a fan, but enemies too. You know that I got a few, you can chew on this, but to be honest, this shit ain't boneless, nigga, you homeless. I'm in the doghouse, sniffing all your bitches out, pussy come after the cream, you know what I'm all about. And I'll hold it down, whip it out and I'll whip it down. Lick it up and I'll take it down. Fuck with it like who's this now? Show your face when you're in the crowd. Listen x-ray sight, bleeding through you, but it's alright. No one can see us at these heights. But I know that everything gon' be alright. Alright. Nah, nah, nah.
What can I get you? You won't be thanking me tomorrow. See ya.
I'm not model material, but I follow the theory, though getting big with the bang. I bring that modern ethereal, popping bottles of beer and dro is the motto, for fear of going along with appearances. I stay strong with the peers and shit. I know you peering at it, baby girl, I hear about it. You would be surprised when my eyes can see I'ma be me and you can leer and pout, bitch. In a couple days you'll better wild out. Don't believe in fate, just let her ride out. You can be my babe, but I doubt you'd stay. And I don't got the time to stick around if you just fantasizing. If you tryna cut, then I'll 10 hop, but don't be tantalizing. If you a lame bitch, then I'll lane switch. Don't give a fuck who you came with. Told him she suck dick, there's a brain snitch. And now I know I'm always prophesizing. I know the haters trying to bring me down, put me in the ground where I can't make a sound. Bitch, I'm one with the universe. I'll keep on speaking even when I'm in that hearse. It's only time that can ever stop my heart, but my mind lives on through my art. And bitch, I'm one with the. Some people say that everything can happen for a reason. I think that's how we perceive it, and that we can leave it at that shit happens. I'm on the toilet rapping, you can stay napping, but I think I'll slay a track and hit you with that backhand front hand like I'm Key and Peele, but there's no joke. And I hope that you don't choke, because we coming for your throat. I would summon you some soap, because you holy like the Pope, but you abuse them like some coke, so now you dirty with no hope. I just spit a fucking rope so you can hang yourself with dope, and if it fails I hope you cope, and if you don't I hope you smoke, cause I'm supplying and you buying, and I'm finna have a driving service this week called trapeze, cause you'll be higher than a flying circus. And now I know I'm always prophesizing, and I know the haters trying to bring me down, put me in the ground where I can't make a sound. Bitch, I'm one with the universe. I'll keep on speaking even when I'm in that hearse. It's only time that can ever stop my heart, but my mind lives on through my art. And bitch, I'm one with the. Yeah, bitch, I'm one with the universe.
This one's for the real motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Here's to independence, make it how we spend it. Tryna live our lives heavenly, but it could end at any fucking moment. It's got you shaking, don't it? You just gotta ride and go get it like you own it.
They can recoil when they say I'll be war, but I'm working like a slave, call the shit a free tour. Man, I bleed all, this is my soul. If you're tryna cook, you gotta be poor. Goddamn, it's so dope, flipping out while homies skating 5-bro. In the neighborhood, on the wood, everybody know wherever we go, niggas swallow though. When we come around, look, we pulled out. Damn, this shit was profound, like you went a night I went in and we fucked around, coming for the crown like a finish in a bout. Told me I was feeling, but you hate the sound of the drill. But she love how I feel, make her feel numb like a shot under the tongue. You know where I come from, 571 straight from the lung. Got the flow on the thumb like a fingerprint. Got the fire there too, like I'm sparking flint. Let me get it straight, you think that you heavyweight, let me meditate. Came to the conclusion that you hella late. Out of fashion while they celebrate me on the runway like I'm hitting 83. About to take flight in the dead of night. All my lines are terminal, exterminating vermin, sipping bourbon, giving sermons. All the sinners running, got the tables turning like it was a temple. Setting bad examples cause I'm gentle on the daily. But I rate when niggas play me like they holding the controller, thinking they a soldier. This a new generation, everybody hating, but they gon' cop it, doesn't matter which station.
New generation, everybody hating, but they gon' cop it, doesn't matter which station.
The shit was profound like you went down and I went in and we fucked around, coming for the crown like a finish in a bout. Told me I was feeling, but you hate the sound of the drill. But she love how I feel, make her feel numb like a shot under the tongue. You know where I come from, 571 straight from the lung. Got the flow on the thumb like a fingerprint. Got the fire there too, like I'm sparking flint.
Young black nigga and I'm chillin'. Fucked up opposite of another shot of penicillin. Yeah, your boy sick with the flow. A tie so fly, you can see me with the crows. So sit back, relax, let me do this. Spit clean, kosher, yeah, you can call me Jewish. Got some 40s in the club clutch, and you know I got a hunch that your shit bumps even bend me like the Brady Bunch. Cross me and I tend to get active. Slick with the hands, fist, find face attractive, and I'm out.
And I tend to get active. Slick with the hands, fist, find face attractive, and I'm generation. Everybody hating, but they gon' cop it, doesn't matter which station.
The shit was profound like you went down and I went in and we fucked around, coming for the crown like a finish in a bout. Told me I was feeling, but you hate the sound of the drill. But she love how I feel, make her feel numb like a shot under the tongue. You know where I come from, 571 straight from the lung. Got the flow on the thumb like a fingerprint. Got the fire there too, like I'm sparking flint. Here's to independence, make it how we spend it. Trying to live our lives heavenly, but it could end at any fucking moment. It's got you shaking, don't it? You just gotta ride it, get it like you want
I guess it's the fact that we live in racks of goodwill. What attack your way to dress yourself, but we looking good still. It's very essential to mind your mental, monumentative or bring with the dental. I'm taking it back like I rented it a week ago. Got the old attack and where I lack is why I'm speaking slow. Jesus flow, I'm hesitant to mention Christ, but every time I run an naughty watch is like a jewel heist. That reminds me, I'm always keeping time, Omega Divine with the rhyme designed to keep you all in line. If you need some peace of mind, you can have a peace of mind. I already rhymed with mine, but I don't really mind. Cut to the next scene, I'm an out of breath fiend, watching from the front row. I'm not sure when the story takes place, contemplating time and space, because I know that you were wondering. I'll keep you up on one thing. I was about to say the competition is a wonderful thing, but then I held my tongue for fear of speaking bum. This would be the selfish song, only one who sings along as me. Focus on my independency, but every now and then I'm having tea with my parents, talking about experience, not always ready to share it. I'm careful about expedience, obedience blindly has gotten me in a bind. I redefine what it means to read the signs. The orange lines on the road are there to test your precision. It's your decision whether or not you serve and make collision. It's pure collusion that all your contusions are a result of someone else. I'll put you on your shelf, cause the universe is organized but random in itself. What else was on the lesson plan? Man, the anticipation. I don't know if I can handle all the students waiting. It's grating when everybody hears me on my grind. And what I find is when the bell rings, I made it to class on time. Let's rewind and set a lot. My style fusion like a veggie rock. Kakarot Vegeta, I'm a cheater. You a house cat that was you sweet, I don't doubt that. But if you are what you eat, then your teeth are probably outcast, rejected from the system. They the system work and fell, but my flow will resurrect them and perfect your sense of self. Cause this would be the selfish song, only one who sings along as we focus on our independency. But every now and then I'm having tea with my parents, talking about experience, not always ready to share it. I'm careful about expedience, obedience blindly has gotten me in a bind. I redefine what it means to read the signs. Up in an area where diversity was a fairy tale. I used to know you very well, but now you look a scary pal. Marry hell, that's where you are and what you're doing. You think it's what you need, but on the real it's got you stewing. Standing in place, like stagnant water, you ain't winning no race. Can't look at my face, you staring in space. You should learn your place, get one of your own. I'm putting it on, while homie smoking marijuana. You should pick up your phone. I'm charming your girl and then I'm invading your home. But it's alright though,
I'm really quite bright, so it's a good investment. And I'm testing out your soul, cause I gotta know who is my family and who's gotta go. If you my bro, then act like you dick around and sacrifice. I better check yourself like ball cancer. Got mad knowledge like all answers. That line's fake like call dances, but at least I'm honest like the tall man who freed the slaves. Air day, I realize is an idea for which we all strive. Family feuds, watch it going alive. Gotta fight for freedom, that's a punchline. As you can see, now you should let me pass. And if you don't, I'm prepared to use some force on your ass. Shouts out to Logic, I'm on the motherfucking come up. Everybody out there dying while I'm working till the sun up. As a matter of fact, I don't never sleep. I'm in the wake and drinking nightmares, looking weak. As a matter of tactics, I'ma play the sheep. I'm a wolf, I'm only clothing, so when it's cold out I can sleep. Yo, I'm back once again, I got a pencil and a pen. You know I keep it switching off like the lights after 10. Damn, I did it again. I couldn't contemplate it then, but every time I came around, they on my rooster like a hen. Send a message, you got a lot of questions. I'll do my best to answer them, but it might be depressing. Just keep on pressing, yeah, I'm teaching you a lesson. Extend the session, my very presence is a blessing. My flow distressing like it's Christmas time. If we talk funny, it's a business rhyme. If we walk funny, it's an instant crime. Put our lives on the line, just live it how we live it, and we give it how we give it. You receive it like it pleases you. The pieces of your puzzle are too easy for me to speak to you. But if you listen, and I'll give you what you need. Plant a seed and check to see if you get weak at the knees. If you seeking a disease, you must have known that I was ill. If you swallow like a pill, then I'll follow like a mill. That's the deal, doctor's orders, and I'm one to push the borders. But if you break the contract, I'll invade like special forces. If you wave the wrong flag, I'll be sending you some hearses. Even if I don't rehearse, I power through like 50 horses. As a matter of fact, I don't never sleep. I'm in the wake and drinking nightmares, looking weak. As a matter of tactics, I'ma play the sheep. I'm a wolf, I'm only clothing, so when it's cold out I can sleep. But as a matter of fact, I don't never sleep. I'm in the wake and drinking nightmares, looking weak. As a matter of tactics, I'ma play the sheep. I'm a wolf, I'm only clothing, so when it's cold out I can sleep.
Cause ignorance is bliss. And would it be I'm a fool on your beats? I bleed out the speaker as the speaker that spoke when they didn't speak.
Scientists, the quarrels and morals of this small earth must seem mighty petty as he penetrates celestial mysteries such as these.
I know this one's for Kendrick, but you know I had to pen this. Send it to the cosmos, and if God wants to end it, then he will. I don't gotta take a pill to stop existing. Are you listening? I'm a sinner, but a good man, not a killer. From Roca Beats to Jay Dilla, blowing up the mic like I was Thriller, showing up dykes who think they triller. It's alright if you think you're iller, but if you cross the line, you're mine, and I ain't talking wine and dine. It's fine if you wanna shine, but I'm a blind eye, my kingdom. I define in my mind, what is it? The time is a fly-by visitor, subject to variability. It just happen to play a large role in my sinister decision making. I'm hardly a minister, but if I'm finna hurt feelings, my dinner will give me the fuel. I need to be cool, picking the rules as a heuristic, picking your thumbs too if you missed it. Better run to school if you skipped it. That's true and see, and that's true indeed. When I'm done, they'll better yell true and 3. The line's true to me. Tell you truthfully, between green niggas sapling and we get acting. While you playing out the past, we be straight enacting. Pterodacting on you hoes, where it goes, nobody knows. When you hooking up with hookers and you hook around the nose, release the catch, stars your nose. Beat to death for all my foes. On their toes is where I got them. Out of iron, these lines are bottom. Your lines are rotten, bottom, half forgotten, daft or plotted, whacked or lauded. Delegate the powers to the hours that I sought it. You a pothead if you think you got it. Dope is on the fence, you schizophrenic like a copyist. They told me never fall in love, it doesn't work out in your favor. Recently I met a shorty talking about nurture and nature. The lapidator was the goal, insinuating that the hole was only half the pole. I filled the role like she was Amber Cole. I took her out and got her coffee. As we walked around the block, she started acting strange like she was a stranger. And it got me thinking about my images, discrimination on her mental. Incidentally, she mixed like drinks and I drink heavily. 17 messages, now the bitch is messing with terms like they pernicious sperms, annoying bumps ain't stopping me. After class, I'm feeling on her ass in front of ADA keys. I prefer Alicia lately. I miss the bus in the hopes that I could bust. I'm in no rush, I'm immortal on the hush. Anyway, I got her flustered, but the strength she couldn't muster. Colonel Mustard with the candlestick put my libido under. Hear the thunder, see the lightning. Female dogs, I find it frightening, but to me I find it heightening. So through it I went biking for an hour and a half. Got got home and the door was latched. So I slept with the cows, metaphorically last. Pretty soon I'm telling friends about the whole ordeal, and it appeals to me to let it go. But you know a hoe bounce tells me keep her name out my mouth, thinking that she's slick. I told her quick, go fuck yourself and keep your mouth off my dick. I met another one, the blondie, so she kinda fun. She let me use the phone with the assumption I was trying to bone. She wasn't wrong, but just to play along I sang a song and did a flip just to check if she was hip. She had the dip, so she gave me options. Leave with a number or leave regardless. Later my homie told me she was guarded. She got a man that's fucking retarded. I called her anyway, you know my stilo every day. You know she say I ain't tryna play, don't call me no more, I'm not a whore. I made a point to see her in person, no rehearsing. I just burst and started conversing. I went first and asked if she was gay. She said no way, okay then hang with me another day. Still no mention of a boyfriend, I find that shit a bit annoying. She thinks she toying with me, lying while I know she bitchy. I see her eating lunch and she's switching seats. That defeats the purpose of being a good person. You won't pirate music but you'll fuck with me. Best believe that's worse, bitch.
Shut the fuck up. Bitch, we're recording in here.
I got it. Leave that fake shit behind and make it divine. It's the truth, and I spit it in the booth, and I play drum through. I'm the man behind the scenes, everything ain't what it seems. When you testing out your faith and got the devils underneath. You don't need initiation if you're wrong with calibration. Acknowledge the temptation, followers from the nation. Watching from above with the claim that it's love. I don't see a single dove, am I watching the rotation? Contemplating life and death, will it leave me bereft? I'm not sure what is left other than a treble clef. I know you all about the bass, but it's not a fucking race. If it was, I would take all the places, electron flow. Tell me what you know, I'm a fucking therapist, so I'll take care of this. Spinning in the eyes of the white-faced terrorist. I just told the truth, I'm a bit embarrassed.
It all revolves around shit that's created. Everything becomes dumb. It all revolves around the shit that's created. Everything becomes dumb. Goes. The boogeyman creeps in tiptoes. I scream in fear and no one knows. Face death like I face my soul. Drop my life for another toll. Rip to shreds when I'm on my roll. Shot collar cause I speak my mind. Kill him now before you can't rewind. Close the ears of humankind. Maybe here in another time. Keep me bliss and in sublime. Never mind between the lines. Forget the reason why you're here. Think we run and cower in fear. Hidden race will rise again. Swear to God we're heaven sent. It all revolves around the shit that's created. Everything becomes dumb.
Drink till I sink, mixing up girls when my body's on the brink of destruction. Motherfuckers can't touch this. Fuck with your bodies twin aligned like assumptions. Ain't got nothing on my mind but a bitch so fine. She got a ticket before I even licked it. Then I put it in her like a chicken dinner. I'ma fuck 'em when I fuck with us. Your shit's burning up like a sinner.
About to burn like a sinner, so like the fucking mattress. Real chill nigga moving slow through the masses. Smoke about a gram of the finest of grasses. Then proceed to hit up shawties with the finest of asses. Okay, we clean fresh like Olay. Beat the beat up melee. I'm gone off the Bombay, that's all day. Payday got me cheesing like a motherfucking picture. I ain't never gonna stop, I ain't a motherfucking quitter now. We on this track, bout to mace around long. Then be chillin' on the couch, watching Cheech and Chong. Stay strong, keep my head up through the hardships. Drink for comfort, I ain't really bout getting nauseous. All these cliches, guess that's what I'm rapping about. Don't give a fuck, do this for fun, then I'm cashing out. Kick back and watch some cartoons, eat some cereal, while my shit is bumping hella hard on the stereo. Go.
Smoke weed till I bleed, you know what I need. Take another shot and the pills on breathe. On me, got a bad bitch, yeah I'm living lavish. Take another hit and my rhymes be savage. Ain't got nothing on my mind but the time of year when we smoke, fuck, skate and drink beer. Interfere on my mental, dick while I still got my help, yo.
I quit her, then I came around like a boomerang. Got enough boom to slang 53 G's on it. When they hit it, they like, holy fucking Jesus. Where'd you get that loud pack? Shit fucking free us. Yeah, I know, I only smoke the best stro. Ain't a hoe when it come to Mary Jane, I'm a connoisseur. Blessed to show with my literary affinity. Got no limit like infinity. Hoes and weed, that's a trinity. Coming back like a trilogy, you don't really seem thrilled to me. On the killing spree, got the bodies in the 150 original, motherfucking OG. Wanna fuck with Boydo? You gotta fuck with me, LOG. Can you see that I'm reppin' Virginia? And in Dale Wakefield, tell me how that shake feel. Always on my grind, crooked like a motherfucker. I'ma stick you for an sucker, cook you up, ain't no smuckers.
Okay, well we just killed that first try. Yeah.
I don't wanna hear about reality. I would rather kill a rapper casually. With my words though, I ain't trying to get the birds on me, but I'm still trying to get found like a spotlight. Seems like every time I come a little closer, something always pushes me away from closure. Maybe it's the fact that I don't got a toaster, but I'm still making bread while I fucking roast you. Can you see where my mind goes to? If you don't, I'ma do my best just to show you. Every line is so true, every dime is low on the flow. When she down with the sound that I wrote to. Keep it cryptic for those of y'all who missed it. I'ma get the biscuit, so I gotta risk it. My behavior is the savior and the devil, cause I'm on another level like a bevel. And I don't skew or shoot from the blessings. While I say testing got your motivation, it's its structure, creation. Doesn't really matter cause I eat from every platter, just as long as I get fatter while avoiding all the chatter. Actually I like to make connections so that when they come collected in my soul, they go to second. I can move on to the next thing. Be distressing how easily they go undressing. Only fuck with destiny and pride myself in Hennessy. Otherwise I'm on my grind looking for not behind. It's a state of mind, Omega divine. Otherwise I'm on my grind looking for not behind. It's a state of mind, Omega divine.
Otherwise I'm on my grind looking for not behind. It's a state of mind, Omega divine.
This is as real as it gets. I just wanna hear about reality. Try to keep it healthy like a salad bee. If it don't taste sour to me, roll up on me like a doobie. Try to smoke because I booked the girl that they had at blooming. Hope you know that she helped me come to closure. In the process, got a little closer. That's my word though, best believe she ain't a hoe. Even though I broke some ground with her, you already know. Dear God, I don't know if you can hear me. Every time I speak to you, I try to do it clearly. Ambiguity and continuity might not make it nearly high enough, but that's the shit that I hold dearly. I don't know if my soul is saved. Sometimes I use curse words when I pray, but you know that I don't need a preacher. I don't need a middleman, you could stay in the bleachers. They beseech you to get you on your team. Stay on your grind, follow your motherfucking dreams. Everything ain't what it seems when you're staring at the scenes. When I spent time in rehab, here's what I gleaned. A stitch in time saves 9, but when you fuck up, a snitch and a 9 save time. Always go hard cause this life is mine. Always go large when the light is lime. Otherwise I'm on my grind, looking forward, not behind. It's a state of mind, Omega divine. Otherwise I'm on my grind, looking forward, not behind. It's a state of mind, Omega divine.
Otherwise I'm on my grind, looking forward, not behind. It's a state of mind, Omega divine.
Got my head level, got my feet planted. If you heard me lying, you could say I sycophanted. If you wanna hear that real shit, wish granted. If you wanna feel me kill it quick, then plant it. Cause I'm an herbivore, nothing that you heard before. Unless you heard the track and played it back because you yearn for more. You should thank yourself, you're thinking of a greater health. You might begin to realize that there's more to life than fame and wealth. You can save yourself, pick your brain up off that shelf. Don't look like your body, you're a hottie when you aim at stealth. Don't be lame, be well, don't feel shame, feel swell. If you on the ground to pick yourself up and see where you fell. You ain't gotta live in hell, you ain't gotta go to heaven. You could live on earth and converse with your brethren. If you feel your mind start to wander, don't tether it. It'll come back when it's done being celibate. I put a gentle spin on all my creations. Some like my style, others like hating. This shit's all tangible, all my thoughts uncannibal. Everything about me fresh to death, so let the plan unfold.
Shit all tangible, all my thoughts uncannibal. Everything about me fresh to death, so let the plan unfold.
That shit ain't real.